champion of the world. Shout out to TD Sports. TD Sports. Let's go, champ.
Yo. We back again. You know we never slacking off. Judah Ben. Yo. Ladies and gents, get prepared for another greater event. If you never linked, then make an attempt. On Fridays, there's really no other way to be spent. Tune in, hit the link, and leave likes and comments. Welcome to TD Sports Talk. Here we bring sports and entertainment weekly. They break it down deeply. Come peep me as I spit, leave most confused. Pay attention while I introduce the host and crew. Starting off, we got Tommy the host. He plugged in, his predictions transparent like a ghost. Yo, I think that he been doing this the most. He first joined in March 2013. His resume was first seen. Then we got the co-host, Mr. Socrates. His analogy surgical like a doctor squeeze. The live show was nasty like a dirty beer. Tommy and Sock, they've been friends for over 30 years. Peep me, we got the final host D-Free from out of DC. You need to wake up, you sleepy. If you're checking out the live and you feel the vibes, like the video, subscribe, get notified. Take a picture cause this moment should be polarized. Tommy's legacy and resume is notarized. Whether it's Friday or Saturday, he going live. Click the bell and I promise you'll get notified. Yeah. Welcome to TD Sports Talk.
Yo, what is good? What is good? We are back on a Friday night. We are back live. It's been a minute. Last week, I was not available. You guys know why, because I was at the fight. I was at the Garden. I was at Top Ranks fight with Keyshawn Davis, winning his first world title. And no fights today. I mean, there is a fight card today that I do want to see. It's late in Vegas. My man Kane Sandoval is fighting tonight. I want to hopefully try to take a look at that. I'm going to go to the TV in a little bit and see when that fight starts. But it's out in California, so I think it's going to start a little later. But I'm here with my main man, my guy D-Free. What's good, D-Free? What's going on, bro?
Hello, what's going on?
Chilling, man. Chilling. Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. What's good? He says, yo, what's good? Salute to you. I'll try to salute people as they come in the chat. We got a lot to talk about. We got the big card tomorrow, the Crescendo. I don't know if I said it right. Big undisputed rematch between Arthur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol. We got a big card that was kind of short into a somewhat good card, from very good to kind of good, as Floyd Schofield, the shenanigans they pulled, or maybe it wasn't. He's sick, not sick. I don't know what's going on. Pulled out the fight with Shakur Stevenson. I was looking forward to seeing that fight. And then we had Daniel Dubois get sick, and he couldn't make the fight. And now we got a late replacement in Martin Bacoli taking on Joseph Parker. So D3, we got a lot going on, a lot to talk about. I don't even know where to begin.
It was a whole lot thrown to us in 1 week. Actually, the two pullouts happened a day apart. You had Kid Austin pulled out, and then everybody was all on there. What's going on? Because the father came out, said he was poisoned, and then said this and that. Everybody was going back and forth, and then later on that evening, we got the word that Daniel Dubois took ill and he's not going to be able to make it. So I'm like, man, these guys happening day apart from each other.
Yeah, it's crazy. Whatchamacallit? I mean, I don't know what's in the air out in Saudi. I don't know what's going on. Is it a legit sickness? I mean, I don't like to call fighters liars. Just like we intend to call fighters ducks. In this case, it looks like Floyd Schofield Jr., Kid Austin ducked. Floyd, but I don't really like to do that. I want to see, all the facts to come out. In my personal opinion, I think the kid is facing a tremendous amount of pressure, especially from his pops, who's doing a lot. And shout out to him, to his father for getting him this opportunity in the first place. Because in my opinion, he wasn't ready for this opportunity at 22 years old. Getting a world title shot that kind of skipped the line too. I don't believe he's
Yeah.
ranked in the top 10 in as well. So shout out to him. But I think the extra pressure that was put on Schofield Jr. I think he might have had an anxiety attack. I think he had some sort of attack, and maybe that's why he ended up in the hospital. Maybe the nerves got to him. Maybe the lights, kind of got to him. Even though he's not in the ring, but I think the moment just got bigger than him, and with the pressure of his father and just the pressure in general, I truly believe that he might have had some type of attack. That's just my opinion. What's up, man? G5 Gabe, salute to you, bro. Hope everything is well. Salute. Thanks for coming through.
What's going on, Gabe?
Just, that's just my opinion. Real quick, and Gabe coming in the chat kind of reminded me because I've been watching Gabe put out some content on his son playing baseball. Shout out to Gabe and his son. His son's going to be a beast. He's hitting that ball, man. Let me tell you, man. He's going to be a major power hitter. But it kind of reminded me. I just wanted to bring this up. The New York Yankees released a statement today, and basically they're going to let them have beards now. As long as it's groomed, right? If the Yankees for years, they've been kind of having this rule where you have to be kind of professional and kind of what is it? Kind of go what their brand is, and they want you clean cut, shaven. I remember years ago when Andrew McCutchen came to the team, they made him shave his braids. I'm not sure if braids are still going to be allowed, but I mean, this is a beginning. This is a start. So now you can have, I guess you can have longer hair now. And then you can have the beards, you can, as long as it's groomed nicely, I guess. I thought this was very interesting. I thought it was kind of long overdue as well, because like even in corporate America, they kind of make you shave too. Like you can't come in with like big beards, and you got to be kind of groomed. But back in the day, let's go like Wall Street America and stuff. You had to shave everything. You had to be clean shaven, right? So the Yankees kind of did that, and they were one, if not one of the few, and if not the only team that kind of went with that, where you had to kind of go with those rules and stuff. So I think it's interesting that it kind of coming up to modern times now, and being more lenient on that rule. I think that's major. A lot of guys did not like that rule. Me personally, I didn't mind it, because if you're getting paid millions of dollars to come play for this organization and you're representing this organization, then you're going to do what I tell you to do, because I'm paying you to do it. That's just my take. Other people may feel a different way. D-Free, I don't know what you think. What's your thoughts about that?
Yeah, I mean, I feel the same way. But I mean, the team's gonna do what they feel is best, what they think they could draw money in to the team. But you wanna try it where you wanna draw players to your team, you wanna draw the fans to your team, because at the end of the day, it's a business. You wanna make the most amount of money, but you also wanna win championships as well. So you want to do what's best for the team. So I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. No, of course. I mean, but it's good because a lot of, you hear rumors, not rumors, but there's news always when these players leave the Yankees, they start complaining like, oh, we couldn't have the beards, we couldn't do this, I believe Gleyber Torres, who's now, I'm not sure what team he signed with. He's not with the Yankees anymore. He reported to camp with a full grown beard. So, I mean, I don't know. It's the thing now. Everybody got a beard. You see, I got a little beard. I got patches. D-Free got a beard. So I guess that's the thing now. And so it's cool that the Yankees kind of went with like the times and got rid of that rule. So just wanted to bring that up. That was the only baseball topic I had. So
yeah, you never want to do something where players be like, I don't even want to go there. They got strict rules. I can't be myself. I gotta be what they want me to be.
Yeah, exactly. I think certain things is fine. Obviously, there's dress codes. Certain teams have dress codes. You got to come to the games in suits. And some teams, that's football, basketball. Some teams don't care. I think those rules in place. I'm okay with it personally. And I mind you, what's up?
No, I'm gonna say real quick before you go on. I was looking at the little video that G5 had put out of Carter hitting the ball off the team, hitting the ball in the backyard. He hit the ball, that joint went over the fence. he was like, "You gotta go get it. I'm not going to."
Yo, let me tell you something. He showed me video last year of him playing. If I'm not mistaken, he got bigger, man. He got a little bit stronger too. So he definitely
he did get big.
He was hitting the ball pretty good last year. So now he's going to be hitting shots. So shout out to G5 and Carter, man. I know Gabe is proud of his son. He's been working with him a lot. Shout out to my man Oddfella. What's good, Oddfella? Salute to you, Jamie. Thank you for coming through. Salute. And Oddfella says salute D3. But yeah, man. So I'm okay with it. I was gonna say, as a guy that went to Catholic school since 6th grade on, before I went to college, we always had to wear uniform, right? And even now, public schools have kind of, like, back in the day, public schools you wore what you want, but even now, public schools has kind of got to that uniform, right? Like you got to wear some type of dress code. Right. So I'm kind of used to it, and I kind of understood what it meant, and it got you ready for like the professional world and somewhat of corporate America, right? Where, you got to come in, dress code a certain, dress a certain way according to their dress code, and then, clean shaven and etc. So
he said Carter's like 110 pounds.
Wow, I told you he got bigger. I told you I see the difference from that video from the ones I see last year.
Gonna be like, what was that? The black pitcher for the Yankees?
Yankees?
He wasn't black. I think he was Puerto. I think he was black.
CC Sabathia.
He gonna be like that. You better get him straight, G5. You gotta get that under control.
I think he made the Hall of Fame. I think he just made it, which is, I was shocked he got in this early. I gotta double check that. I think he got into the Hall of Fame. I don't know. He's probably gonna go in with Cleveland. But because that's where he started off with. And speaking of Cleveland, shout out to my guy BVO Boxing. He's from the land.
What's going on, BVO?
Salute to BVO. I think CC's gonna go in. I think he's gonna go in as Indian because he played for a few teams. I know it's the Yankees, Cleveland. I can't remember the other team he might have played for. So I wonder if he goes in the Hall of Fame, if he goes in with Cleveland or the Yankees. So it'd be interesting to see. He says Tommy needs a broom. In his this guy is the worst. He's tall. He's 8. He's tall.
Yeah, I see him getting tall. I see him.
I told you, I noticed the difference right away. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. We're gonna go into these fights. We're gonna start real quick. We can start with last week. Let me just make sure this is right. Yeah, we can start with last week's card at the Garden. As you know, I was there. As you see in the background, you see Keyshawn. I took that video right after he won. He was pumped. He threw the mouthpiece out, and it just went in the corner. Probably see it better if I change the media thing. Let me see if I could change it real quick. You probably see it better here, so I'm gonna leave that for now. But yeah, man, Keyshawn did what he had to do. I was very, very happy for him. It's good for him to see him win a world title. They sold out. From what I read, because we did get an email from Top Rank for those that got credentials saying that they did sell out the Hulu Theater. That's good. Even though it's a small venue, it's only a little bit less than 5,000. I thought it was 5,000 exact. It's like 4,970 something. They said. I should have had the email here and put it in the video, but yeah, they said they sold out. There was a little bit. There had to be more than that because there was plus security. Because there was a lot of security. There was actually a couple fights that broke out afterwards. A lot of celebrities there as well. Bud was there. Papoose, Clarissa Shields was there. It was a big turnout. And I think that number doesn't include the press as well. So definitely over 5,000. I think it's good. I think what Keyshawn should do next. I like Keyshawn's energy. Keyshawn, to me, speaking to him in person a few times, I think he's a stand-up guy. I think he wants to fight the best guys. I could see him taking a defense in Norfolk. I think that's a smart move. You know, I think he could sell that out like he did his last fight. So I don't know. I don't know where Keyshawn goes from here. I know people talking Tank and maybe Loma if Loma decides to come back and they can unify because I believe he's the IBF champ. But I think he should make a title defense in Norfolk before he gets a big name. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, of course, you had your first headliner at your hometown, and it did well. Why not have your first title defense at your hometown? Because when he had his fight 2 fights ago at his hometown, they first fight that they had there since Pernell Whitaker. So
Yeah.
that was like almost like 20 something years since they had a fight in Norfolk. So yeah, why not put your first title fight, I mean your title defense on in your hometown? Bring some money back to your hometown because they haven't had Pernell. But I mean it's safe to say that he's a bigger draw than Tio because you had Tio and Josh Taylor there, they couldn't even sell that out. And you
That
had
is 100% true.
right. You had Keyshawn versus Denny, relatively unknown unless you're a diehard boxing fan and you watch boxing on a regular basis. You wouldn't know who Denny is. So it was mainly Keyshawn and all of the other prospects that they had on the card that sold out that venue. So I mean, yeah, you could just say that he's starting to become a draw. Hey, he's starting to make some headway. Pretty soon he's not going to be looked at as the little brother anymore compared to Shakur. They're gonna be like, okay, we're not little brothers no more. We twins. We ain't brothers. I ain't no more. So I don't know. I mean, somebody gonna have to make a move. Somebody gonna have to make a move. I saw the little tweet that came out, and Shakur was saying that he was open to fighting Keyshawn, and Keyshawn put the little tweet out, was sending an offer. I think that might have been all for show. Hey, if they get it on, that's what everybody was saying. What's going to happen when Keyshawn get a title and Shakur has a title? They're in the same division. How they going to prove who's the best?
I agree. I think that was probably all for show. I don't think they're going to fight each other. I think it's a possibility that they could fight each other, but I don't think you're going to see that this year. I'd be very shocked if you saw that this year. I think Shakur's goal is to be active, get this fight because he hasn't fought since July because of the injury, right? So this is like a one fight in like 1 year almost, right? And after this, maybe take another active fight. But I think Shakur's goal is probably to get a big name, and I think he tries to push for the Tank fight. That's just my belief. I don't know if it's going to happen. But definitely Shakur is going to be a little bit more active. I could see that fight happening with Keyshawn, but not right now. And I think Top Rank, Top Rank knows how to kind of match make their guys and put them in good positioning. It's that when the fighters blow up, it's when Top Rank kind of messes up and doesn't know.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question though. Mm-hmm. What happens if Turkey takes a Top Rank like he's doing with Matchroom and Golden Boy and Queensbury? What happens then?
Then he's going to throw money at people to make these big fights. I don't know if it happens though, but you already know what Turkey's going to try to do. He's going to try to make the best fights, and he's going to offer both these guys a lot of money. But I think Turkey, he's trying to get Tank to fight Shakur and vice versa. I think that's what he really wants to do. I don't know if I think Shakur wants to play ball. I don't know to what extent, but I don't know if Tank wants to play ball yet, and we won't know until after next week. So hold on, shout out to him, man. Wait, hold on, shout out to man ATL Unanimous Boxing Sports. He says his whole family from the Bronx, Bryan Avenue over South Boulevard. Okay, all right, I got you. I know where that's at. I mean, I grew up and raised in Soundview, so that's a little bit far off, but that's not too far from Simpson and where my barber is, because I get my cuts around there. So shout out to ATL. Welcome Marky Dan to the panel. What's good, Marky Dan?
What's good, Thomas?
Chilling. We're just basically going over last week's fights the big one, the main event, as you see behind in the screen, Keyshawn Davis and his fight, and what we think is where he goes from here. So that's where we're at right now. And shout out to my BVO. Thank BVO. BVO's up in here. He says time for the Bronx. Looks like what he said. I can't with this game. But shout out BVO. Welcome to the panel, BVO. That's where we're at. So D Free, you could continue what you were saying. I think I cut you off before.
No, I was saying, I don't know. Tank look like he's open to play ball. I think he just want more money if he has to go over to Saudi Arabia, which is understandable because he already makes a nice chunk of change over here. So he like, well, if you want me to go over there, you're gonna have to pay me a little bit more than what you paying everybody else. I'm a bigger draw over here, so you want me to go over there and play ball on your side of the field. You gotta give me, you gotta compensate me a little bit. So I mean, I'm not mad at him. If Canelo could ask for more money, hey, Tank can ask for more money too. We all know that he's the cash cow from 168 on down.
Okay. We'll go over to Marky Dan. Welcome, Socrates. What's good, bro? Thanks for coming through. My man, Socrates. Back on the panel.
Salute to everybody.
We're going to try to keep it in order and not go a little crazy. Not sure if our guest is going to make it on or maybe come a little later, but we're going to keep organized. So we'll go to Marky Dan and then BVO because you came after, and then Sock. So Marky Dan, you got anything to touch on that? Yeah.
To touch on Keyshawn's fight last week, or what, on Tank and Shakur? Which one specifically?
Well, yeah, the fight last week. We was going over Keyshawn's fight last week and where we think Keyshawn will go from there.
Well, firstly, great performance by Keyshawn. He did what he was supposed to do. And from here, hopefully a Tank fight could be this year. I think that's the fight. I prefer that over Shakur, to be honest, but I'm not mad if Tank goes with Shakur. Maybe a Lomachenko. Maybe he'll come back for him. Maybe Lomachenko will come back for Keyshawn. Maybe what's the name of the kid again? We're always talking about him. He fought Tevin Farmer, and people thought it was a close fight. His name's escaping me right now, but
Williams Zepeda.
Not Zepeda.
Oh,
before
Raymond
Zepeda. Murtaya, yeah. Murtaya, or Andy, or maybe Andy Cruz. I'm not mad at any of those fights for Keyshawn.
Yeah, that'll be good. Those are good options. And those are tough fights too. Murtala is a real tough fight.
He's been a
fighter for a long time. Hasn't really, done much, but
yeah. And Murtaya said, my bad, Tommy. Murtaya said Keyshawn is an easy fight. Ooh. He said Keyshawn's not at his level. He said that.
Wow. Well, let's make the fight happen. They're both under the same banner. Why not? And Murtala's been out. He's been around longer than all these guys, pretty much. I think Sock, you was the one that pointed it out to me a couple weeks ago that Murtala's been fighting for like 7 years now, right?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, with what you said, it should be the easiest fight to make. They're both under the Top Rank banner. You would probably assume that the first title defense would be in Norfolk, right? It makes sense. The hometown, the conquering hero. That's a perfect fight.
Yeah, I agree. I think that, and he's going to sell out, and that's what it matters too, right? And he did well with the last week. I was just saying earlier before he came on, they sold out the theater. I got confirmation of that because they emailed everybody from the press saying that they sold out. So that plus, whatever press was there and any other celebs that may came in. So they definitely sold out. It's a little bit less than 5,000. It was like 4,009 and change. And that's a good look, And then D Free brought up the point that Teofimo and Josh Taylor didn't even sell out. And those are two names. You had Keyshawn and one guy that wasn't a name. Now, mind you, the undercard has Xander on it, but so did Teo. Teo had Xander on it as well on Puerto Rican Day weekend. So that's a good look for Keyshawn, in my opinion. So It's not the big house, and it's only close to 5,000, but I still think that's a great night for him.
Well, I mean, I think Keyshawn, he's got that organic fan base at home. Um, Kind of like we've seen it with like guys like Virgil Hill. I mean, it'd be nice to him to be like that franchise. I mean, because they don't have a pro sports team in Virginia. I mean,
Yeah,
the Redskins would be the closest. You know, they can build something around him. Now the question would be, who's going to show it? Because Top Rank and ESPN are going to part ways, in
yeah,
the summer, and that's not in the distant future. That's like real soon. So
yeah.
it's interesting to see, what platform is going to carry that.
Hmm. My man JJ Johnston says have it in Norfolk again. Plus, we got a new casino being built. Yeah, why not? I mean, make an announcement for like this, the spring or the summer, and have it out there. He did well the last time, and then he's going to try to get his brothers on there as well, like he did the last time, which is good. He's not only doing it for himself; he's got a brand, and he had his sisters, I believe, sing the national anthem too. I think that's a great look, and I think they should do that again, especially bringing up the title home to Norfolk and defending it there. I think that's a great thing to do, and you could put a big name there. Like I think Muratala is a great fight. I doubt they would do that for the first title defense, but why not? I think it sells out.
Yeah, it's a good fight. It's a good fight. Two guys, obviously in their prime, and it's not going to be a pushover. And I don't think, I don't think it'll be hard for Moratala to play the villain. Coming on the road. He's got a lot of mouth, so it should be good.
Yeah. BVO, you got anything to add to it?
My name was Chico, man.
Chico, BVO Chico, what's good, man? What you got on that?
Nothing.
Okay, good job. Jerry Forrest is back active too. He says Jerry Forrest back active too, so we can have a heavy. Yeah, Jerry Forrest is a solid heavyweight too. We don't have many heavyweights in America and the United States, and Jerry Forrest is still a good name. So yeah, why not? He's very active. So all right, so that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about last week. I don't want to really get into Xander or anything else. I want to get into the card tomorrow. What was supposed to be a very, very, very good card turned out to be it's going to be a good card, and it still could be very good because the fights make the card. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just the names. They got to fight and put on a show. So it can still be a very good card, and the styles match up pretty good in a lot of these matchups. So let's get to it. Let's talk about tomorrow. I mean, where you guys want to start off with?
Let's go from top to bottom.
We go top to bottom. All right, hold up. So let me pull this
You
up.
have the fight card, right? Posted up.
I did have the fight card. I have it here as well.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys can see it. It's pretty tough. But we don't have to go over the whole fight card. I got the odds here as well. So let me refresh it, see if it's changed. And we could start with we'll start with Joshua Buatsi minus 205 favorite over Callum Smith, who's plus 165. This is for the light heavyweight title, right? This is say that again.
I think it's for the light heavyweight interim title.
Light heavyweight interim title, yeah. So Callum Smith, who got beat up pretty badly by Arthur Beterbiev, he took an easy fight right after that, and he stopped a kind of a journeyman, a guy with 14 losses, taking on a guy in Joshua Buatsi, who's pretty good. He's a pretty solid fighter. This is probably Callum Smith's last hurrah, right? His last chance to maybe get a world title shot. So anybody want to talk about this one and who they got? I mean, I think Buatsi's going to win this fight. I don't think he stops Callum Smith. I think Callum Smith, he's going out. He's got nothing to lose, and I think he always puts up a good performance. I think fighting a guy like Arthur Beterbiev is tough, for any man.
I actually got Caleb Smith winning this.
Wow,
I think he's going to win. I mean, Joshua, he's okay, but if you look, Caleb Smith only got, and they was against two good fighters. It ain't like he's been beat up by any bums or anything like that. He got beat up by Canelo. He got beat up by Arthur. Those are two good fighters. Outside of that, he's whooping everybody else. Ain't nobody even came close to beating him. Canelo and Arthur. So I mean, Joshua, like I say, he's okay. I'm not really sold on him just yet. He still got some things he got to work on. He tends to be a little sloppy and smother his own work. And if Caleb can be was before the Canelo and that the guy that set the record of most jabs thrown in a fight, if he can do that again and be that type of fighter, I mean, I don't see Joshua beat him. I think he's gonna win on points. I don't think it's gonna be a knockout on points.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna see a knockout either. I got Boatsy in winning a decision, probably unanimous decision, but I think it's gonna be a tough fight. That's what I was saying. It's gonna be a tough fight. But you got Caden Smith winning. My man Ernest, he says Boatsy split decision for him. Yeah, I can see it that right. I think it's going to be a good competitive fight. I mean, Caden Smith, like you said, his only two losses against two really top guys, two of the best. If you know, with that said, right, Canelo and Beterbiev. So, shout out to my man Josh Sanders. Salute to you. But anybody else got anything on this fight, or nobody really cares for this fight?
Yeah,
I said I was going to start low, and then I was going to work my way up. I thought this was a perfect spot.
No, I got Joshua Buatsi. It's to me, it's a 50-50 fight. Callum Smith, he's had a lot of layoffs, and he's also, like you said, he took a lot of punishment against Beterbiev. But then with Buatsi, while I do think he's a good fighter, I've seen something in his style where he gasses out really quick, and it's weird. It's not even like after a couple rounds. It's like after a series of combinations, he has to recover like within the round. So I think that might be something that plays a part his gas tank. But I got Buatsi winning this fight. I think it should be close. Um, Both guys can punch, so I'm not gonna say that's not a possibility. Either guy can get knocked out, I think.
Okay.
Right, it's a big step up. I mean, Boaxi really hasn't fought anyone at this world class like Caleb Smith. And Caleb Smith's best performances have been at super middleweight, so he's kind of just outgrown it. He's 34. He's light heavyweight now. I want to see what Virgil Hunter. It's been about about a year since he's had him in the corner, so it's gonna be
Yeah.
interesting to see.
No, he's had him for a year. He's had him for at least 4 or 5 years now, I think.
You sure?
Yeah,
Okay,
he's
well,
had him or excuse me, maybe 3 years at most, but he's had him
okay,
for a long time.
so it's gonna be interesting to see how much he's grasped. I've seen Virgil Hunter quoted as he's saying that he's the second best fighter he's had since Andre Ward. Now that could just be to coach him up, build some confidence in the young man. But I think the youth is going to play a part. Caleb Smith, like BVO, I mean, I'm sorry, like D3 has said, he's always tough, but whenever he stepped up, he's never gotten over the hump. His best win is against who? Nakjam, the Frenchman, who's really a middleweight. So I think that he's just one of those guys. He's
I
solid.
mean,
He
he
comes from
put
a
that dude
boxing
in the
family.
hospital, Sock.
Huh?
He put that dude in the hospital, Sock.
As he should. I mean, like I say, he's a blown up middleweight. Actually, he should start at 54. So he comes from a fighting family, but I think that he's just one of those guys that when it's time, to step up, he just falls short. I got Boatsi.
Maybe late. Stop.
Well, I'll say this, man. Caleb Smith was on a tear until he got beat to death by Beterbiev. So I don't know if y'all seen him, but he looked real good at 175. That Beterbiev fight, I mean, he just beat the fish and chips out of him. But I think he should win this fight. Because one thing about Caleb Smith, he's a real warrior, man. He's a real warrior, man. He really
Did
is.
he stop? He stopped shot
He
running.
stopped shot running. Who? Caleb Smith?
What happened?
I got an echo. Why I got an echo?
Yeah, I hear it too.
Yeah, I hear it too.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not impressed by
I'm
Caleb.
not impressed by Caleb.
Yeah, somebody's got
Hey,
YouTube on
somebody's
in the
got
background.
YouTube on in the
It's
background.
BVO. It's
Oh,
BVO.
okay.
It's BVO.
You gotta mute your
You gotta mute your
YouTube.
YouTube.
Oh, I'm not on YouTube. I'm in my car. It must be. Is it
All
echoing
right,
still?
it's fixed now. It's fixed
It's
now.
fixed now. It's fixed now.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
okay.
actually not.
Oh, you know.
Hold on. Oh.
Bad
Hello,
back.
hello.
Good job, BVO.
Yeah,
But
this
yeah, I
Crescendo
I was saying that Callum Smith stopped John Ryder. I mean, that was one of the fighters he
Was
beat.
that
If I
better?
remember
at
before
super
Better BF,
middleweight.
huh?
At super middleweight, right?
That was a super middleweight, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he decisioned John Ryder.
Oh, a
You know,
decision.
and-
Okay.
Yeah, decision, and of course, he lost to Canelo. He got dropped in that fight, right?
The Canelo fight?
No, he didn't get dropped. He got his arms beat to death, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, he never went down. He just got stopped on his feet.
But
Josh Sanders says Buatsi should win. Caleb Smith got more damage and tear on him from fighting Canelo and Better BF. And then my man Ernest Johnson, he says Buatsi doesn't switch his power up. Same speed, same strength.
yeah. So I guess it's like 50-50. That's a good.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the better fights to bet.
Yeah, they have,
Yeah.
like I said, so I open up with the bet. So he's a 2-1 favorite, Buatsi. Caleb Smith is a nice little, underdog plus 165. And I think that's a good underdog
Oh,
to take if
I'm
you're looking for plus
I'm
money.
going with Caleb Smith. I'm going
Yeah,
with
I
Smith.
think, if you're looking for
He's
plus
the
money, that's a
underdog.
good fight to take. Okay. Let's move on to another fight. We got Carlos Adames. He's actually the underdog. He's the champ, but he is the underdog in this fight, taking on Hamza Shiraz. He's a minus 290, while Carlos Adames is playing a plus 230. Adames is the champ. The weigh-in today, I thought Adames looked pretty good. I thought he looks like he really trained hard for this fight. He was like 2 pounds under the weight limit. I like Adames in this fight. I know a lot of people picking Shiraz. Shiraz got the height. He's got the reach advantage. And I just don't think he sits on his punches enough. And I think Adames, is going to be his toughest fight that he's had. And if Adames' last fight, he didn't look too good. It kind of looked a little bit out of shape as well, in my opinion. I think he makes a statement tomorrow. I like Adames to win this fight easy. Not easy, but I like him to win it like on the scorecards in a close fight, but unanimous. I think he dropped Shiraz at least once in this fight. I like the plus money too. I like Adames a lot.
I might have to go the opposite direction once again.
I might have to.
I got
Shiraz.
Mute your mic.
Damn, I'm trying to mute.
No, it's BBO. I think Shiraz is going to stop Carlos Adames.
I don't think he's gonna stop him. I think Adonis don't get no credit because he couldn't be the champion. I mean, it wasn't his fault. Jamal Charlo never wanted to fight him. I mean, that's the only reason why he gets so much flack, because he got his belt emailed, but that wasn't his choice. That was Jamal Charlo's choice.
Okay. Shout out to a man on tell us about that boxing. Salute to him. Somebody still got that mic. And
That's
YouTube.
BBO.
I got an echo. Is it BVO? BVO's muted now. Yeah, it's BVO.
Yeah.
Shout out. I got the link in the chat if you guys want to come up. Shout out to my man ATL. He just came up in here. Salute to you, bro. What you got on this fight?
Hey man, salute to everybody on the panel. Hey, nothing but love from the ATL, you know what I'm saying, to the boxing streets. But that was the main reason I chimed in, because I've been watching this guy the last couple of events. You feel me? And Turkey been pushing this guy, and I fuck with Adamas at the same time, but the last couple of fights, this what's his name? Harad, what's his name?
Shiraz.
No, yeah, Shiraz. Like,
Yeah.
I think he gonna knock Adamas out. I think it's gonna take no more than 8 rounds, and Adamas gonna be out there. I think everybody underestimating this dude. He's serious. He's long. He's tall. He know how to use his distance. He know how to come in like Fandora. And I think it's just gonna be bad for Adamas. That's all I had to say.
Wow. I don't know if they underestimate him because he's a favorite. He's a 2-1 favorite pretty much. So I don't think they underestimate him. I think they're underestimating Adamas, in my opinion.
Yeah, they are, but I haven't seen Adamas do enough to what this guy's doing. And the last couple of fights that he done fought, he done showed that he's trying to prove something. And I just see his progress. I see his focus, even at the weigh-in today. And I think it ain't gonna go past 8 rounds.
Okay, well, you and my man Ernest, that's my man Papi Chunyeyo, right? If I'm not mistaken. I always say Papi Shampoo. He also has Shiraz
Did BVO pick
winning by KO as well.
Shiraz, or did he pick?
Say that again.
I'll pick the black dude.
This guy's the worst. So, what was that? Marky Dan just dropped off. Damn. It might have been Marky Dan that had the echo. Stock, who you got in this fight? Do you got your Duhente or you got Shiraz?
I've never really been impressed by Adamas. I mean, Shiraz has all the advantages physically. He's younger, a little less miles. He's a house fighter, right? Adamas,
Yeah.
The inactivity, right? That inactivity is something big. I think the deck is stacked against Adamas. I think he's going to have to win by knockout. I don't think Turkey is going to allow one of his non-bacon eating brothers to lose. So I'm going with Shiraz, but I'll be rooting for Adamas, who I don't think much of anyway. This is probably one of the worst eras of the middleweight division we've had in a long time. The middleweight
I agree.
division is.
And they're not fighting. They're not fighting. All these guys are champions are not taking fights. Yeah, it's bad.
It's horrible.
What's up, my man? Papi Chunyeyo. Welcome to the panel. What's good, bro?
And Adamas,
Papi Chunyeyo,
really a 54.
heavy on the Papi, light on the yayo.
Sorry about that. I couldn't.
Adamas is really a guy is a junior middleweight. So
yeah.
That's another thing. He's
his only loss was to Teixeira, right?
Right, and he got dropped in that fight.
Yeah.
And Shiraz could punch. Shiraz beat up Austin Williams pretty bad, who originally, I believe, turned pro at 54 also.
Real bad.
So I think he's got all the advantages. It's going to be a crowning for Shiraz. But like I said, I'll be biasedly rooting for Adamas to pull the upset.
Rooting for your Dominican brother. That's what's up.
But it's
Papi Chunyeyo. Oh, my fault. I keep cutting in. My fault. Why I can't see?
I mean, it's just a terrible division. So probably the worst in boxing.
Yeah, he rooting for his brother. I'm rooting for my Muslim brother.
Hey, 160 is wide open, man. Hey, we're not saying that Shiraz is just gonna wash Adamas, man. Adamas is a very skilled fighter, switch hitter, and all that. He definitely got better working with Bud too. But it's just, man, Shiraz, he's huge, man. He's probably got like
Whoa, that was
4
crazy.
inches reach, 2 inches
that's
height.
what I'm saying.
No pause.
Come on, guys.
Oh my God. He said he's huge.
Stop.
No Diddy. My bad.
Jesus Christ. Go ahead.
Yikes.
Go ahead, Ernest.
Hey, man, that was my point, man. He got me on that one. I got to be on my P's and Q's.
My man, Jose, tell us about boxing. He says Adamas hails from an exceptionally large family with 34 siblings. He began his boxing journey in the amateur ranks amazing, amassing an impressive 273 wins and 7 losses. I like Adames in this fight because I know he hasn't been active. I like him going into this fight because I feel like he looks like he's in the best shape he's been in a while. Like the last fight, he knows he didn't perform up to par, even though he got the win, right? And some thought that it should have probably been a draw. I don't know. I'm going with the upset here. I can see Shiraz winning easily as well. I don't see a stoppage here. I don't see Adames getting stopped, but we'll see what's up. Shout out to man Rich Mancuso. It says my colleague Tommy D. You all have to agree. He's making me better. Keep it in the ring Thursday nights. That's my man Rich Mancuso. Please like and subscribe his channel. Keep it in the ring on Thursday nights.
Hey Thomas,
what's going on?
Can I ask you a question? I just jumped on your panel, so I don't know if you even brought up this discussion, right? I want to know you and D Free honest opinion on this, right?
Mm-hmm.
At first, Joseph Parker versus Dane Dubois is a great fight. But what do y'all think about Okolie stamping in?
Oh, okay. Yeah, we haven't got to that yet. Yeah. Oh, we're going to get to that one. I think that's the co-main event, too. I think they pushed that to the second fight because I think before it was supposed to be Floyd Schofield and Shakur, but I think they moved that one down. I think Dubois and Parker got moved to the co-main event, and then Dubois coming out, they substituted with Okolie. We didn't get to that yet, but we could right now. I think we finished up on the Adames.
Yeah, that's why I brought it up now. After y'all was done after that, I want to know y'all opinion.
Hey, I just want to ask Sock one question, man. Mm-hmm. Now, you being a black man yourself, who you got tomorrow?
I'm actually kind of brown. It's so cold here in New York. I'm lightened up, bro.
I see you eating a rib sandwich, man. You're a brother, man. I don't want to hear that shit.
So real quick, let's go. So Joseph Parker is actually now the favorite. He was coming as underdog to Daniel.
Are you gonna cut him off?
Huh? Oh, you're gonna answer it? I thought it was a joke, but you can answer it if you like.
Yeah.
Let me drop the link for man Jose. Hold on. Well, go ahead, Sock. Answer the question.
Hey, Sock, you gotta watch Tommy. He called a guy a pendejo, man.
Sock has said much worse. Your Sock has said much worse, BVO. Stop it.
It's early.
You gotta watch the Tommy from the Bronx, man. He hang out with people who call black people monkeys and stuff.
No, I don't do that at all. That's bullshit. Stop it. That's not even funny.
I only do that.
They're gonna cancel you.
What you said, Sock? That was wild. What you said?
If I'm driving on the highway, that don't count.
No, I'm done, man. You guys,
I can't. Avatar, Freddie Prinze.
That was wild. Joseph Parker. Let's get into this. Joseph Parker. He's a favorite now, minus 175 favorite versus Martin Okolie, late substitute, 2-day substitute. He's just flying into Saudi Arabia now, I believe. He's going to be at the fight like 10 hours before the fight starts, something like that. He's plus 135. Martin Okolie as the underdog in this fight.
Big money.
What do you like? Who do you like and why? This is interesting.
Well, I know seeing those odds, I'm going to put $200 on Okolie first thing. And I think the thing that we got to remember with Parker, he struggles with big heavyweights. We've seen Joe Joyce, man, beat him into the corner, man. He just laid there. It was pretty bad. So I don't know. I think Joseph Parker's been on a run, but he hasn't been as active as he was the year before. So I don't know. But Martin Okolie has shown until somebody beats him, man, he's probably one of the most underrated heavyweights in the division. That's just my humble opinion. I got him stopping Joseph Parker in the 8th round.
Okay.
Well, I mean, Parker, the last 2 heavyweights he fought were huge. Pause. I mean, Zhang and I mean, Wilder's shot, but Zhang was on the hot streak.
Hey, man, watch your mouth about Wilder.
He's shot.
I mean, he beat to death, but that don't mean we don't love him. I mean, he a cab driver now.
Jesus Christ. You guys are bad disrespectful, man. I can't. In the words of my man Dub Rightside, you guys are out of order. You guys are out of order, bro.
But shout out to my man Dub Rightside from the Sports Talk Network. I like that guy.
Hey, Wilder's a real man. Straight up.
What's that got to do with boxing?
I'm gonna say it like this. I agree with BVO to a certain extent. I think Joseph Parker got a lot of credit for beating Wilder and beating Zane, but is those guys are older guys. They pretty much are they are past their prime. Yeah, Big Bang Zane had a couple of nice wins as of late before he fought Joseph Parker, but he is 41 years old.
Oh,
Now he's about
can
to
you hear
fight
me?
a guy who's the same age as him, um, and he got power. And Mark Bacoli going to let people know the reason why nobody wants to fight him. He tried to get a fight with Joe Joyce. I mean, I'm
Can't
sorry,
hear.
with Usyk. Usyk won't fight him. Try to get a fight with Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois don't want to fight him. I mean, rightfully so. He knocked both of them out in sparring. They probably was like, "Nah, you knocked me out in sparring. I'm not fighting you for real."
Can't hear.
So
So whoever had the
it is what
comment
it
about
is.
Deontay, some of the greatest ain't got no more than 4 losses.
Well, this is the thing you got. This is the thing I remember with Deontay Wilder, and I'm probably the biggest Deontay Wilder fan you'll meet. If we being honest, he's shot. You look at him after that second Tyson Fury loss. I mean, yeah, the first one. I'll say the first one. The second fight, after you seen him, he
Was it a
always looks
loss?
punch drunk now. And I
Was it
think
a
when you
loss?
say it again,
Was it a loss the first
Where's the
fight?
case for this?
I thought he lost the first fight, but they gave him
For
a
the
draw. I
second
mean,
one?
I
You thought or you know?
say it again.
Jose,
You
Jose,
thought
we
or
hear
you
you.
know?
Hold on, guys, real quick. Jose, you good? We can hear you. Just hold up. They're talking, but we definitely hear you. You good, Jose?
I said you thought or you know it was
Yo,
a loss.
Jose,
To
can't
me, it
hear.
was a loss. It was a loss, man. They gave him a draw, but that was bullshit. You seen Tyson Fury
So
control the whole fight.
I'm just saying the first fight when you knock somebody out and they laying down on their back and their eyes roll to the back of the head, there ain't no stoppage.
That's not the first time we see the bad call
I'll
from a
ask you
ref.
a question. Answer that.
And about what your question you asked me, I'm telling you what I
I'm just
see.
saying, true or false.
I'm asking you a question. You telling me
If
him
somebody
going
knock
beating him
you
twice.
out dead on your back and your eyes roll back to the back of your head and your hands laying flat on the ground, there ain't no knockout.
We see the same thing when Mike Tyson knocked out Buster Douglas like that. What are you talking about?
good pull.
Buster
No.
Douglas got a super long count too. What are you talking about? That's boxing, man. That's boxing. He's not the first dude for that to happen to.
All right,
It
we're
won't
gonna
be the
move on to
last.
the next. We're gonna
I
move
mean,
on. We're gonna move
I
on.
think that's an argument for another day,
Yeah. That's
respectfully, but good points.
welcome to the panel, my man Jose on fire. Tell us about that
Yo, what
boxing.
up, guys?
What's going on, Jose? Jose's been around. Jose
Hola.
was doing this before YouTube, right? Jose, you've been doing boxing content
Salute,
before
Jose.
YouTube, interviewing fighters, in the early 2000s.
Wow. I was 10
Yeah,
years old back
yeah,
then. Salute, man.
way back. Socrates was with me. Socrates, I was with Socrates actually.
Yeah.
Oh,
Salute,
wow.
my brother.
On Boxing
BT's
Talk.
finest.
What's up?
BoxingTalk.com.
Yeah, boxingtalk.com. So Jose, so what you got on this fight with Parker and Martin Bacoli? Like what do you think is gonna happen in this fight? Who do you got and why?
I'm gonna go with Joseph Parker. I mean, Joseph Parker, he's had the time to prepare. The only difference is his preparation mentally for this fight. I think physically he's put in the work. Um, Daniel Dubois was just as dangerous as Bacoli, and I say just as dangerous because Bacoli didn't have a full camp. It was last minute. He came in at a heavy 300 and change. So that has to be a determining factor in the longevity, especially if Parker utilizes the early rounds and the ring to move and make Bacoli move and take him into the mid to later rounds where that extra weight and not having a proper camp can make a big difference.
I agree. Just so you guys know, you probably do know, Bacoli was in mid camp as well, getting ready to fight. I guess he was supposed to fight Afia Najaba. So he was kind of in camp, but not a full camp. So I agree with Jose. I think Bacoli's going to come in like a train. Like he's gonna come in and try to stop Parker those
I
first
didn't think
early
about it
rounds.
that way, but I agree
And I
too.
think, and I think after those first early rounds, Parker survives those early rounds. I think he gets to Bacoli and kind of wears him out because Bacoli's not really a great boxer. He's just strength and size, and power.
He
So
overwhelms you. He overwhelms you
he
with
overwhelms you.
his strength. Yes. But
Yeah,
Joseph
I
Parker
agree.
for
I agree with you
heavyweight,
now, OG.
but Joseph Parker for heavyweight moves pretty good on his feet. So we should see a lot of that tomorrow.
Yeah, and he did well, especially in the Zhang fight. Now he got dropped twice in the Zhang fight, but he won almost every other round that he didn't get dropped in that fight, in my opinion, because Zhang was tired. Zhang was tired after like the third or fourth round, and I think you might see kind of the same thing if he fight in this fight against Bacoli, but who knows? Bacoli can drop Parker and maybe put him out, So Parker's been stopped before. He's been stopped by Joe Joyce, another big heavyweight, but Parker's been in there with some big heavyweights, and he's done pretty well. And he's on a nice little winning streak as well. But yes, he hasn't been active in the last year. I think his last fight was Zhang, and I think that was what was that, like March? Something like that. I think it was like last March or April. So yeah, it's been almost a year that he's been out of the ring. So we'll see. I don't know. Papi Junior, what do you got in this fight?
Yo, man. I think Joseph Parker is probably a gatekeeper in my opinion, and I believe he's the type of gate that them no bury fences. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And I just think I think Bacoli about to kick the fence over, bro. Like he gonna do him bad, bro. He got the body prototype of the Bigfoot.
Oh, sorry,
The Bigfoot prototype came from him. You feel me? So it's gonna be destruction. I'm giving Parker to round 7, but it could happen sooner than that, like maybe round 4. But I don't think he's gonna be able to take that.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Hey, my man,
I think
he's gonna come in there with a kilt. He's gonna come in there with a kilt and a polo shirt on, and he's gonna kick the fence down.
Listen, I don't doubt that could happen. I really don't, because Bacoli's good and he wants the big fights. He's been calling for the big fights, ever since the Jared Anderson stoppage. But let's call it for what it is too. We just saw Jared Anderson last week in the Garden, and Jared Anderson looks like he's checked out, and he's been checked out. It's like he's got mental problems, and I don't know if his whole mind is in the boxing game. So, it was a good win for Bacoli, but how good was that win for Bacoli over Jared Anderson? And when Bacoli fought a guy that can box, he lost.
Yeah,
Huh?
Jared ain't in it no more, man. I don't know what's going on.
You got it. Hold up. Y'all not gonna act like Big Baby Anderson wasn't the dude that was talking and they said he was next in line. It's because of Martin Bacoli. The reason why Big Baby is looking the way he's looking right now. It's because of Martin Bacoli. It ain't because of his head. Martin Bacoli put that doubt in his head when he dropped him 3 times and stopped him in the what was that, the 6th or 7th round? He stopped him. That was Martin Bacoli that did that. It wasn't Big
I
Baby
can see that
Anderson. That
too,
was
D.
Martin.
I can see that too, D.
Okay.
For
Hey,
sure.
but when Bacoli fought a guy that can box and wasn't right there in front of him the whole time, he lost. And he lost to Michael Hunter.
I'm talking about the last fight though. He didn't look motivated at all, bro.
He didn't. He didn't. Last week, he definitely didn't look motivated. I was there.
Martin must have beat whatever out of him, just like D
That's
said.
true. That's a fair point. That's a very fair point. I mean, we'll see, but it's very interesting. I mean, for a guy to take a fight 2 days notice, that's and then he's got to fly out, be on a flight for like 8-9 hours to get there. So I think it's tough for Bacoli, but he's up for the challenge. Salute to him. Let's see what happens. I'm picking Parker in this fight. I think Parker wins.
Money makes people do crazy things, man.
That's true.
Mine gonna go out there, whoop Parker, and go back home. So that was a quick $5 million.
Straight up.
Hey man, those Samoans are tough, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see what's up. Let's move on to the next fight. Let's see what we got next.
By the way, I think Parker's going to win. By the way,
Sure.
Since you didn't
Oh
ask me
yeah,
my
you never went to side.
I thought
There's
you
a lot
answered.
of-
I thought you was the first one
No.
to talk about it.
No.
I thought you was the first one. Okay, my fault.
It's kind of a win-win for Bacoli. As long as he finishes the fight on his feet, it's a win-win. I mean, he's taking the fight on 2 days' notice. It's a 7-hour flight from Scotland to Dubai. I mean, he just has to, not embarrass himself. So there's like really no pressure. It's funny, they're both the same age. They're both 33. I'm going a little bit over what Jose said. I think that Bacoli is dangerous early. I think that adrenaline is going to be strong in the first 3 or 4 rounds, but I think Parker will find his rhythm somewhere in the middle and probably smartly win the decision. The weight and just the lack of preparation. If all things were even, I'd pick Bacoli. If this was 6 weeks in advance and Bacoli and Parker was announced, I go Bacoli.
My bad.
Hey, he better dodge them Foreman haymakers.
Yeah, well, like I said, I think it's gonna be dangerous early.
Yeah, I think I saw it. I see it the same way.
Yeah.
The first few rounds, and then after that, I got Parker. But
Mhm.
it's interesting. Everybody's dropping off now. I don't know if it's the feed or what, but
Yeah, I don't know.
Salute to my man. Salute to my man Clarence McLean. No Duck Zone podcast. Salute to you, bro. Thanks for coming through. The link is in the chat. Everybody want to come up and talk? I got a moderator. I keep passing over Sock. My bad. I thought you was the first one to lead on that. That's my bad.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Let's go to the next fight. Let's go to the fight that was the other fight that somebody pulled out. Let's go to Shakur Stevenson. He's minus 4,000 against Josh Padley, who's plus 1,500. Padley, a late substitute for Floyd Schofield. I don't know much about this guy, Padley. I know he got an upset win his last fight against Turkey's guy. So, and now he took the call on 3 days short notice to fight, one of the best fighters in the world at lightweight in Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson has not been active since July of last year. He had the injury. A couple fights fell through before that. After that. So I don't know. I mean, I think this is an easy fight to call, but what do you guys think of this fight? Who do you got and why? And what do you guys think of the Floyd Schofield situation? I want to know what everybody thinks about that.
All right. First off, call me crazy, but I think that this whole thing was planned. I think that the whole BBBFC making that decision to pull him, right? Because apparently they're saying that it wasn't their decision. It wasn't the Schofield's decision. It was the BBBFC that pulled them and said that they couldn't fight just because they were admitted to the hospital, right? Padley being the fighter that beat Turkey's favorite fighter, Mark Chamberlain, in his last outing, and him being right on weight and ready for this fight, and he looks like he was training. He looks like he's physically and mentally ready, even while he was standing in front of Shakur. I feel something was the whole switcheroo was in play for some time before they said Schofield was sick.
I'm with OD.
So wait, so when you say
upset in the making,
hold on, real quick. Let me go back before you go talk about the other side. So you're saying that you think this whole thing was kind of not staged, but that they pulled Schofield knowing that this was going to happen, or?
Yeah, my thoughts is that the BBBFC pulled Schofield so that Padley could come into play, man.
And why do you think that? What would be the purpose of them doing that?
That's their guy. That's their guy. Not saying he's gonna go out there and do it, but that's their guy.
Wow.
And I apologize. Shout out to my brother Tommy. Shout out to D Free, everybody, and Fire. Shout out to you. I want to ask, Well, then what was the reason for Kid Kid Austin and his father to do the lying that they was doing in the interviews? What was the reason behind that? If this was already according, and I'm not saying you're right or wrong, you're saying you think that Pat Lee is the guy, so they were the ones who pulled that fight. What was the point of all the lies that came from that?
Because they're not in the loop. Because I feel they're not in the loop. They're not in the loop. They feel like everything was going according to plan.
Okay.
So
hold on, break the loop down. When you say the loop,
they're not
connected. They're not talking to the top guy.
They were going to.
Hey, let me tell you what I heard though.
Hold on. Let me finish.
All I know, for all they know, they were going to go there for a fight. They were ready for a fight. So now, if you look at an interview that was done by Senior, he stated that they did not pull out of the fight, that the BBBFC pulled them out of the fight.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah. So the BBBFC made that decision, and Schofield said, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to get sued, but it seemed like he said they could have fought.
Interesting.
But the decision was made by the organization for them not to fight. But he came in perfect weight too.
But this is my last thing. And I understand what you're saying, but for the BBC, the British Boxing Commission, have that opportunity to pull them out of that fight, they had to go to the damn hospital. They had to be in that situation for that even to be a situation. Would you agree with or disagree with that?
Well, let's wait because
hold on. Would you agree or disagree, and then you can explain respectfully.
Well, yeah. Well, we gotta wait to see which happened first.
Okay.
Did they pull him, or did they say, "Hey, you have to go to the hospital"? And then once he gets to the hospital, they say, "Guess what? You can't fight no more." I don't know.
That's interesting.
You know, I just found the article with Senior and the implications he was making and sort of not making it seemed funny, and I found the situation funny to begin with.
I'm gonna say something.
Did they ever give an official diagnosis of what he had?
I'm gonna say something to go along with what he said. If you go back and listen to the interview that Eddie Hearn said once they got admitted to the hospital, he said that Floyd Schofield Sr. wanted to still go through with the fight. He was like, "Hold up, you got admitted to the hospital. I'm not letting you fight." That was what Eddie Hearn said. He said they wasn't going to let him fight neither.
ATL, you was going to say something, and then Sock. Good.
Yeah, this on some, what I heard allegedly. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no facts or nothing like that. But I heard just from watching another boxing channel the other day that William Zepeda was in place to fight, to be a mandatory for Gervonta Davis, right? But somehow he's not even there no more. So that makes Floyd Schofield the next person for Tank Davis mandatory. And since he pulled out his fight,
because he's ranked, I think Floyd Schofield's ranked like number 2 or 3 in the WBA, something like that.
Exactly. So
he was number business, 2, but now he's number 1. He's still number 2. That the number 1 is vacant. The number 1 is vacant.
But yeah, exactly. But that makes whoever Gervonta Davis mandatory, and he has to, he fights all his mandatory. So that's what I heard with the funny business.
Okay. And Sock, you had a question?
Well, was there ever a diagnosis on what Schofield had or has?
No, and that's the thing. And I'm sorry to interrupt, right? So, like De La Hoya being this promoter, he's saying, I don't know what happened. Eddie Hearn, all I know is that the BBBFC does a weight check on a Wednesday before a fight. I'm not saying that it's wrong, but I'm not saying so. Like, if you listen, like everything was into play. Nobody know how know with one of with what people are labeling one of the biggest fights and one of the biggest cards in history. Like, how are you gonna leave like that in limbo?
Yeah. Right.
They're not going to speak about it.
You need to break that down. You need to break that damn shit down, respectfully. You need to break that down.
It kind of makes sense. I see what you're saying, Jose, and it's starting to make sense because of the wording that they've used, right? And they didn't really give no explanation. I mean, I personally thought before Dub, I personally thought that the kid the pressure got to him and he had an anxiety attack, and that's why they
I'm
pulled
still
out.
on live, y'all. So y'all be quiet.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But
Oh, sorry, y'all.
go ahead.
Yeah, no, go. Somebody, we had feedback. Say that again. My apologies, Thomas. I ain't hear what you said.
No, what I was saying is that I personally thought that I said I see what Jose's saying, and it's got me kind of intrigued because of the language that they've been using, like what they said as far as like he didn't make the certain weight on the Wednesday, that they do a weigh-in before the weigh-in, right? So that he wasn't on weight, but supposedly he was not far off, and they pulled him. It was and that's what Floyd Senior did say himself. He said we didn't pull out; they pulled us off. So that I did find that a little bit intriguing. I didn't really pay much attention to it. My personal thing was I thought that Floyd, Kid Austin, kind of suffered some sort of anxiety attack, and like the nerves got to him. His father pressured him. That was just me, but I don't know. That was just what I thought. But now with Jose bring this up, that's very intriguing.
And this is the thing, real quick, Jose. This is the thing, though. My whole thing is when you go through, and I did a show the other night on the interview that they did, and when you bring up all this stuff, and I believe they lying. I believe he lying, right? I believe that. But when you bring up, man, they brought the SWAT team to my house. They planted drugs in my car. They popped my damn tires. They didn't want us to come. You say all these things, but you still make it there, and then you pull out the fight. Like I don't know. It just raises antennas on my end because it's like, bro, I don't know if y'all really intended to truly make the fight. And when Shakur said it earlier, I kind of looked at him like, man, this the biggest shot you got, nigga. They ain't finna pull out the fight, and then for them to do it this way, and maybe they didn't pull out, maybe they was pulled out of it, whatever. But for it to happen the way that it did, I gotta say it's very suspicious to me.
Hey, can I speak on this real fast? Right
from the beginning, De La Hoya never wanted this fight. I mean, he said that. I mean, right after Schofield's last fight, he said that this was a C performance. So he obviously knew that he was in over his head. So I mean, look, I guess you have to take him, for face value. I mean, it's whatever, you got to give him the benefit of the doubt. But I think Jose on fire brings up a great point that something is fishy. Something's real fishy.
Hey, let me speak on this fight, right? Like, I love all boxing at the end of the day, right? And I've been watching a lot of the zone events. And Padley, he ain't just no pushover now. He been fighting now. He got a resume almost way better than Schofield.
His ranking as well.
And people is slipping on him now. It ain't just gonna be no easy fight. I'm telling you, it might be a steal. It's a 50-50 fight, bro. Because I'm telling you, Padley,
that ain't no 50-50 fight.
He come with pressure. Shakur's hand is hurt, bro. I'm telling you. It's gonna be a 50-50 fight because even though you don't know who Padley is, he is a star over there in the UK.
I went and watched Padley last 3 fights. I went and watched his last 3 fights. And the thing is, even in the fight that he had against the guy, and I believe he was supposed to lose that fight.
Yeah.
But even in that fight, he dropped Buddy. Buddy got deducted a point. But at the same time, Padley wasn't putting work in like that. The man was he was relying on the check left hook. You know what I'm saying, when Buddy was coming in. And the thing is with Shakur, that man is a totally different fighter. Shakur controls range better than damn near anybody that we've seen in the sport at this current moment in time, in my personal opinion. And so that damn check left hook, that shit ain't finna land like Padley think it's gonna land. And the other thing is Padley, when he jumps in, what does he do? He jumps in. He want to throw a shot and then he grab your ass. He hold. He do hold. So
he do hold.
I mean, at the end of the day, my thing is, I think Shakur is skilled enough that, and I believe that he's gonna have the judges on his side anyways. But I think that he's skilled enough that it's gonna be easy work. Padley is easy work for somebody like Shakur, in my personal opinion.
Nothing is easy work when someone is coming to fight, man. And
straight up
that was to play. It's like they probably said Schofield got the weight check. He didn't make the required weight limit that you need to be at before the date. So you know what? You got to go to the hospital. Now you're in the hospital. Now guess what? Since you went to the hospital, now you can't compete. And then you got Padley, who just recently fought, and ironically, he's on perfect weight to
Hey,
go.
that was crazy. Wasn't that crazy?
Not only that, when you see him face
134.
when you see him
That's
face
what
to
I'm trying to
face,
tell y'all.
That's good that you pointed that out because I didn't even think about that.
when
134.
and when you look at the
Hey,
face to face with
can I-
Shakur, he doesn't look or act like a guy who's a replacement. He
Yeah.
looks like a guy who was ready for a guy like Shakur.
He kind of expected this, right?
Yeah. Wow.
Hey,
when
and
you
look
look
how
at
big
crazy,
his
you know
head
what?
is, though.
This is
Crazy you say
Not
that.
only
That's
that,
crazy.
not only that, but we're gonna
That's
hype
crazy.
you up. We're gonna give you what the fight is worth monetary wise,
Yep.
and we're gonna give you a house. That's how much we believe in you that you can be that guy.
Hold on, he got a house?
Yeah, they gave him a house. They gave him his
Padley?
purse,
Hold on,
and
Padley?
plus they gave him a house.
wow.
They gave him a house?
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I didn't know
Yeah.
that piece. Damn, they gave him a house.
because Padley beat Turkey.
Yeah,
out
this
of
is the biggest fight
favorite
ever.
fighter, Mark Chamberlain.
Yeah. But even in the Chamberlain fight though, even in that fight, I thought Padley he looked good. He looked very decent in that fight. But Chamberlain, you got to remember, I thought he caught Chamberlain with a good shot. But also I thought it was a bad deduction of points from the referee.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
that was a horrible call from the referee, in my personal opinion. So I ain't gonna say it was a robbery, but I thought that was a close fight. I thought it was close, but I ain't mad at Padley getting that decision.
Now, the Padley fight, Shakur fight, that intrigues me. I'm happy that fight is happening.
Who you picking?
know.
Who you picking?
I'm going with the champion. I'm going with Shakur Stevenson.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going with Shakur Stevenson. Padley, maybe give him some different challenges. I don't know what he could do differently, except try to try to get in there.
Hey, he might be able to hold his ass a little bit.
But
That's it.
anything can happen, man. I'm being a fighter myself. I'm of the saying that anybody who goes in there and gives it and tries, anything can happen, man. Anything.
Do you
think if the fight is somehow close, they're gonna rob Shakur?
Nah.
That'll be hard to do, man, because they're big fights out there for Shakur, man. They're really big fights out there for Shakur. They're talking about Shakur and Tank, but
if it's close, Shakur gonna lose.
I disagree.
That's what I'm saying. With all this being said, I'm starting to think that now. Like that's why I asked that.
If it's close at all, Padley got to do something special, knockdown, multiple knockdowns possibly, to even have a chance to win that fight, in my opinion. I don't think they're gonna rob Shakur because I think they want to keep Shakur over, and I think they want to make other fights with him.
They got big fights for Shakur,
you gotta Padley gotta knock this man, and I say it respectfully. I thought that was a flash knockdown in the last fight he had. I thought it was a flash knockdown. I thought he did good work. You know what I'm saying? I thought he did very good work and kind of understood what was going to be coming at him when he landed that shot. But I don't think he on Shakur level. Not even close.
I mean, it's similar to Bacoli. It's a win-win, right? I mean, if he has a decent performance, does Padley's stock go down? No.
No, it goes up.
It goes up. If he goes the distance with Shakur,
even better.
more questions about Shakur. You know,
it's a lose-lose situation and a win-win situation.
It better not go to distance if Shakur win.
I'm sorry.
I said it better not go to distance if Shakur winning.
But when's the last time Shakur stopped somebody? Was it Herring?
Never.
Jamal Herring.
Shakur stopped fighting. That man said
never.
The Asian dude.
He stopped Yoshino when he first moved to 135.
Never.
That man said
that's the last person that he stopped. It was Yoshino when he first moved to 135.
Yeah,
that's before COVID, nigga. What the fuck you talking about?
And that was after he stopped.
That was no damn before no damn COVID. You
I just threw that out there.
You out of order, man. You out of order. You lying. Yeah. Now you lying.
Well, he stopped Jamel Herring too. Jamel Herring is not. Jamel Herring was a pretty solid.
Now, one thing about Shakur looks good against guys that are punchers, guys that kind of like have one style. Padley, I think if he boxes Shakur, could bring some frustration. If he boxes Shakur, he's got to be frustrated as it is.
Exactly.
This last minute replacement. So I guess I think if Padley stays on his feet for 12 rounds, it's win-win. There's no pressure on him at all. No one expects him to even be competitive. So anything will happen. Like Jose said, if someone's here to fight, it's boxing.
You know,
Hey, wouldn't you be mad if somebody kept holding you?
Hold on, hey, so real quick. One of the things that I think is going to be very interesting watching Padley fight. I think he does a very good job fighting going backwards. You know what I'm saying? And because Shakur really don't run into fighters that's going to go backwards against him, right? So I think I watched it with Tio and what's the brother name, man? Sandor Martin. When Sandor Martin started fighting off the back foot against Tio, it made him uncomfortable. And so I look forward to seeing how because I think Shakur feels he needs to be impressive in this fight. He want to press forward. He feel like he got to press forward. He got to make the fight happen. So when you have an individual like this who can fight going backwards, I think it's going to be interesting. I think it's very. I think Shakur wins, but I want to see. I love to see a fighter frustrated and to see how they overcome that frustration because that's what show you. That's what show you.
Red lamp on.
What he gonna do pressing forward though?
Shakur?
What he gonna do pressing forward? He ain't got no power. What that mean?
See, I don't think it's all about power. A lot of times you say guys they ain't got power, but they stop guys. They don't stop them with power. They stop them by overwhelming them, being accurate, landing the correct shots, and letting their hands go at the correct time. So stopping the individual doesn't just come down to power. And so if I can continuously wear your ass out, then that's what I'm gonna fucking excuse my language. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put you on the damn
When the last time Shakur did that?
Against Herring, he overwhelmed Herring.
Well,
how long ago that was?
He did it against Oscar Valdez.
Well,
how long ago that
he didn't
was?
stop Valdez. He dropped him, but he didn't stop him.
He didn't. I ain't saying he stopped him. I'm saying, but he let his hands go against Oscar Valdez.
How long ago that was though?
But Shakur does not throw
2 years ago. I mean, what are you saying?
A few or several.
No, the problem with Shakur is if you are a big puncher, he don't want to get hit. Shakur don't want to. He's that type of fighter that don't want to get knocked out. He don't want to get knocked out, so he's going to be more defensive if you're a big puncher. This guy is not a big puncher. He's only got
this the type of fight he looked good in.
Hold up, Dub.
I'm out of order.
He's not a big puncher. This is the type of guy where Shakur loves to look good in because he's in there with somebody who's not a big puncher. He doesn't have the best foot movement. He's not a big puncher. Shakur can go in there and look like the old Shakur that everybody was praising. Hey, he's the next best defensive boxer since Floyd Mayweather. This is what Shakur thrives on. So he can go in there and look good, but this guy also have opportunities because we don't know if Shakur's hands is going to stand up. So he might have opportunities where he could come in and look good because Shakur might start to have hand problems in that fight at some point.
Real quick, and I'm gonna let everybody quick. I did gotta say this
that way,
and I'm not giving. I can't with the hand situation. That's boxing. I say it respectfully. I can't give you no credit or hey, the hands are the hands. It is what it is. I say that respectfully. But I think that on a stage like this, Shakur for to come out and try to look very impressive. And this is an opportunity for him to, because people, he a boring fighter. If he look good in this situation on the big stage, man, that can boost him. That can boost him.
They told him that the last fight, and what he do?
Yeah. Well, we'll see what's up. I mean, I would have had Sakwan and something to say too, right?
My bad. I apologize for cutting y'all off.
I would like to see, Shakur be more interesting to watch. He doesn't throw combinations, that I think that's part of the reason. He kind of fights cautious. Like D3 said, this is the type of guy that he's supposed to look good against because he's not a big puncher. Like Padley only has 5 knockouts. But Shakur, I can see some frustration in Shakur. Now, Shakur has always been the bigger fighter after he rehydrates. You know, he's probably gonna be like a welterweight tomorrow. When by the time the fight starts, he really fills out. So, and how tall is Padley? Like,
Five,
5'8".
and I believe 5'8",
okay,
5'8".
5'7", 5'8".
okay, so he's actually a little taller. Okay. I mean, look, Padley just has to stay on his feet for 12 rounds. His stock does not drop at all, and he'll be back in the summer.
Do you think Shakur looks impressive against him?
I think
Hell
he
no.
is what Shakur does. I can't. It would be really interesting if he makes a statement, because Keyshawn
I
made a
don't think
statement
so.
last week, right?
Right.
Yeah.
If Shakur can make a stoppage,
Whew.
No.
that would be impressive.
I don't
I
think
look
he
at
needs.
hey, I
I don't
look
think
at
he needs
myself
to
coming out the
establish the
mud,
biggest
right?
statement.
And Padley being an electrician, to just all of a sudden he out there goddamn putting your lights in your house, and you just get a call one day and you already been in the gym. Nigga, I'm going all out. Fuck that. I'm gonna give Shakur the business. Not
But when
going
you
out like no electrician.
but when you right when you go out, what the first thing you do when you let your hand go? What it open up?
Yeah.
Everything it open up for you to get hurt and get caught in between.
Right, exactly.
So
But that's what they there for, right?
I ain't mad at it.
They there to fight, right?
I'm here to
But
see.
I've
I
been
don't. I
watching
don't.
Padley ass, and he
I don't think
hungry.
Shakur gets. I don't think Shakur gets a knockout or anything like that. I think Shakur just needs to go out here and just show that this guy is not on his level.
Yeah.
And if he gets the knockout, that's on top. He's not looked at as
If
a
he gets the
knockout
knockout,
artist.
it's gonna be to the body.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Shakur's not looked at as a knockout artist. So him getting a knockout is a cherry on top. He's supposed to go out there and outclass his opponent. And that's what a lot of his fans built up in his head. Same thing they did to Devin Haney. They built us up in their head that they got to go out there and get a knockout. No, you're not a knockout artist. You go out there and outclass your opponent. If you get the knockout, that's a cherry on
Cool,
top.
cool.
Everybody is more happier after the fight if you get the. But as long as you come away with this win and you look impressive coming away with the win, that's what you're supposed to do with guys that's not on your level.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
can I ask? I want to ask a quick question to my brother up here, Fire. I look at and I being that I went and looked at Padley, right? I think Shakur can make this look like Floyd versus Arturo Gotti. I think he can really put hands on this man. What you think?
He has the speed. Does he have the power to keep Padley off of him? Is he gonna have the confidence to let his hands go? I'm sure he's been sparring, but gloves are smaller. Is he gonna have the confidence to let his hands go? Is Padley gonna play the old drop the head down, let the hand land on top of the head, which is not a
point.
good look.
Yeah.
It's a lot of ifs. There's a lot of coincidence, a lot of circumstances, a lot of ifs in the fight. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I want to add before we go to the next fight that I know, and Sock I think believes knows this as well, and I think Jose knows this as well. He did have a good, camp. Like he had pretty much almost an all-star camp. He had a lot of fighters in his camp that he sparred with. He sparred with Ofacio. He sparred with Ford. He sparred Shakur. Yeah, Shakur sparred with Ofacio, with Ford, with Tiger Johnson. I believe he did some rounds with Keyshawn as well when they went to Vegas. So I mean, he's been taking this fight seriously. Obviously, it's not the
Sean
same
Porter.
opponent, but Sean Porter too. I didn't know that.
Yeah. No. He had Porter in the camp.
Well,
Yeah, he had.
Shakur has always
But
been
did you see
around.
his hand strength?
Shakur
Say
has
it
always
again.
had good people around him, for a long time. I mean, Crawford, he like Keyshawn Davis.
I
He's
said, did you see his hand strength?
Oh wait,
Yeah.
hold on. Go ahead, Sock. I know what you're talking about. Hold on, Sock. Finish up.
No, I was just saying that mean, Shakur has always had like other good. He comes from the school of iron sharpens iron. You know, he's always had good fighters around him. But his hand, which is the hand that was operated on?
I think it was the
His
right
I
right
think
hand.
it
hand.
was the left.
I
No,
thought
it
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 was
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 both
both of them.
hands. Both hands.
Both.
Yeah.
I think there's pressure on Shakur to look impressive. You know, one of his best friends looked great last week. I mean, he's got an ego. Let's not get it
that's
twisted.
true.
You know, he's got an ego. And in the interview the other day, he said that he's open to fight Keyshawn Davis. So he looks ordinary against a last minute replacement.
Where did you hear that on? Because I
That
heard him say he didn't
bandwagon's
want to
gonna have
fight
a
him.
lot more elbow room. You know?
Exactly. I ain't hear that either.
Yeah, what? Because he said I love him and I want to send my brother a
No,
birthday cake.
no, he did say that. He did say that.
He
And
did say
Keyshawn
that though
said,
recently. Yeah.
Andre Ward.
yeah,
On all the
Keyshawn
smoke.
said, well, Keyshawn had tweeted, well, send the offer then. He did say that, and Keyshawn
Yeah.
responded and said, well, send the offer then.
Oh,
I guess I
damn.
only heard him say something about him being his brother, man. That's what I was wondering.
Shout out to Kane Sandoval with the. I missed it. That was the fight I wanted to see tonight. Kane Sandoval. I like him. He fights a lightweight. So thank you for the update. All right, guys, let's move along. I mean, I think everybody here is picking Shakur to win. Anybody not picking Shakur to win?
I'm not. I want him to win,
Well,
but
I'm
not
picking the
picking him
fans to
win.
lose.
Hold on.
I
Who's not
want him
picking
to
him
win, but I'm
win?
not picking him to win.
You pick it badly.
He's picking
Yeah,
the
I'm picking
upset.
Padley.
How much you want to put on it?
I got you $100.
Hey, send me your cash app. I'll send you the money
Oh
right
my
now.
God, you guys are crazy,
Straight
man.
up.
No, I'll send you the money right now.
Why would
Straight
you
up.
do that? Why would you do that, ATL?
Oh, well, you out of order.
Because hey,
You out of man. You wait a minute.
I'm
You out of
a
order. You out of
boxing
order.
fan.
You out of order, man.
I'm a
Wait.
boxing fan.
Don't ask why he gonna
I
do
watch
it. He
I
gonna
watch
do
the
it.
bum matches when people don't watch them. I watch
All
all
right.
boxing, bro.
All right.
This is a
And I'm putting
I'm
the
not.
money.
I'm trying to help him out. I'm
You
not
out
out
of
of order.
order.
I'm
You
trying
out
to
of
see
order.
Hey, Tommy,
Okay,
where's Mouse,
look,
man?
I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna bet $100 on. Is
No,
Keyshawn? I mean,
hold
is
on. Don't change the
no,
bet.
listen, no, listen. Is it gonna be a knockout or not?
No, that ain't what the bet was. I asked you straight up who you picking. You said you picking Padley. I said put 100
If
on it. You said
Shakur
okay.
Stevenson don't knock Padley out,
Now
Padley
he
gonna
want to
win.
change it. Now he
I'm going with Padley.
Now he want to move the bet.
I'm going with Padley.
Hold on. I ain't betting the knockout. I'm betting the win.
No, I'm betting to win, not no knockout either.
All right, cool. Send me put your cash app in the background. I'll send you the $100 right now.
All right.
I'm
in the
gonna
private
send it to you
chat.
first.
That's
Make sure you
wild.
send my
I don't want to be called out of
Send me
order.
my
but
money back. Send me my
What's
money
your
back now.
name?
Oh, hold on. You sending money up front? Yeah, I bet.
What's your name?
Hey, fire! Shout out to my. Hold on, wait, look. I do it this way because at the end of
Dub,
the day,
you out of order, Dub.
no. I do it this way because at the end of the day, if I lose $100, it's not gonna hurt me. Hey, I want to make sure you know if we're gonna make a bet, I'm a
You're
man of my
stand-up
word.
guy. And
I'm
then
a man of my word.
And the next time you make the bet with the guy, you don't have to do that again because you already proved it.
Hey, add BVO. I done bet BVO plenty of times.
Oh yeah, you know, you tried to bet me against T.O. He lost his money.
What?
Yeah,
Hold on. But what did I do though? What did I do, BVO?
Oh, you paid.
Did I send you the money before the fight happened?
You did.
Don't send no money.
Yeah,
I
he
send
did.
it you after tomorrow.
He put it in the chat.
If it happens.
Hold on.
Don't send me no money.
No,
Don't send it to him, man. He might go for the race like Mouse did with
Don't
Mama.
send me no money.
No, I ain't no liar.
No, don't send me no money.
Dub, you good, man. Don't send the brother no money. Don't give him a chance to run
You see
off.
my name up here. If I lose, you send me a message and I got you.
All right, that's what's up.
Straight up.
All right, guys, we're gonna move on to the next fight. Shout out
Don't
to
bet on here because I ain't still got my
Paul
money.
who were in the chat earlier. I don't know
You
if they're still
stupid.
here. Shout out to them.
Hell no. He
You
said
see
you
how
still ain't
Tommy
got any money
ignoring
for
me about
your
my
ass.
money?
Hell no.
Yo, BVO, man. We'll talk about that later, man. You bring that up every time. Yo, Sock, you know BVO's talking about the bet he made with what's his name?
Dave.
Mouse.
Yeah, with Dave, he made it. He made it back, and he hasn't been on because we haven't done. He hasn't come to the last couple of football shows we did. So
Yeah,
Hey,
Dave left
ATL,
YouTube.
ATL, is the money there? Is the money there,
Bro,
ATL?
I'm gonna send it back to you, bro. I told you don't send the money, bro.
The money there.
Straight
That's
up.
all we need to know. The money there. Y'all
No,
know
that's real. That's real nigga shit, though. That's
I'm a
real
man of
nigga
my
shit. But no, I never
yo,
be that nigga.
hold
Motherfucker say that.
hold it,
You know what I'm
hold it, just
saying?
hold it. Hold it. Just send it back. Look, just send me
Hey, you
200
know, Dub
tomorrow.
disrespectful. Hold the money, punk.
Hold it, and send me 200 tomorrow after
I don't
she
want
put
the money.
hands on the
It's your
man.
money.
That's
I
it.
don't want the money. It's yours.
Yo, tomorrow
You know
send
what
him
I'm saying?
him 100.
yo, we're gonna move on to the next fight. Let's
All right,
move on
yeah,
to the next
yeah,
fight.
My bad,
You
Tommy.
guys
I'm
are
out
out
of
of
Go
order.
order.
ahead,
I'm out of
Thomas. Go
order.
ahead,
I'm out
Thomas.
of order.
So we're gonna go to the heavyweights. We're gonna go to the heavyweights. We got Zil Zhang, 27-2,
Big
27-2-1
bang.
against Ajit Kabayel. We got China versus Germany. Right now, let me give you the odds. Zil Zhang is the favorite. No, excuse me. Ajit Kabayel is the favorite at -165. Zil Zhang is the underdog at +135.
Hold on. Cabral is the favorite?
Kabayel is the favorite
What?
at minus
Oh,
165.
Cabrier's
I
the
keep
favorite
telling
on
y'all
who?
playing. Y'all playing on
Well,
the odds.
well, let's see. Let's talk about it. Let's see who you got and why. We'll
Just
start
like
with you, because Dub, you seem the most shocked.
just like Big Baby and goddamn George
no.
Foreman.
So this is the thing. This is the thing. When I look at this fight, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of both of these fighters, right?
Hey,
I think. Hold on, brother. Calm
Hold
down.
on.
You out of order. You out of order,
all
man.
right.
Calm down.
You out of order.
You out of order. So look, I'm a fan of
I'm
both
gonna
of these.
use your money to make about
Man,
2,000
you out of
tomorrow.
order, man. You out of order. Calm down.
Straight up.
Shit.
You
This
guys are
man
both in
finna make me
Atlanta too,
about
by the way, right?
10,000 tomorrow.
Yo, Rook, you know you guys are both in Atlanta.
No. I ain't from Atlanta. I'm from Georgia. I'm from
He from
Middleburg.
Yeah, he
Riverdale,
from
Georgia, man.
Georgia.
He from
If
Warner
he ain't
Riverdale,
from
not
Robin.
Atlanta, he
Atlanta.
from
Riverdale.
Georgia, nigga. He
I'm
right.
from Warner Robin. I'm from Warner Robin.
Georgia.
Georgia is the outskirts of Atlanta, nigga. He from Georgia. He right.
Yeah. Now I ain't from Atlanta. Damn Atlanta. I don't fuck with
All
y'all.
right, come on, let's
Anyway,
go. Where we
all
at?
right, here we go.
Go ahead,
So
come on, guys, come on.
really. So I like this fight a lot. I think it's a close fight. I like Caballero in this fight, but I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna have to take some damn damage going in there, Big Bang. And even though I like the body work that Caballero do, I think he has good footwork. He understand how to because we watched him against. I can't remember. I think the nigga was a Russian, respectfully.
Philip Herkovich.
No, it wasn't Herkovich. It wasn't Herkovich. It
It
was
was
the
it
other
was the
guy.
one. It was the Russian dude that liked to crack his neck all the time.
Yeah. I can't.
He
What's
got
his name? I can't
he
remember
got
his
a
name.
twitch. I can't think of his name neither.
And he look long, strong, supposed to be the next coming. And I watched Caballero break this man down through fantastic body work, being able to catch punches. Man, I understand why the odds may be what they are. I'm actually picking Caballero to win this fight, but I will say, Big Bang, that's a motherfucking dog right there, and that's somebody I want on my damn team if I get in the goddamn fight. So, the way he had them big punches that he throw, the way he fight behind his jab, continuous jab that he got, the reach, the length, the power is there. I haven't seen him hurt to the body, but I done seen him lose. Although I didn't think he lost against Joseph Park, I thought he was robbed in that fight. But I ain't gonna say robbed, but I thought it was close. But I thought he won that fight. I'm going with Caballero in this one as well. I just didn't think that the odds would be what they were, but I am going
So
with
you
Caballero.
want to bet on this fight too?
Nah, I ain't betting on that one. What? I bet to win. I don't bet to be. I ain't no 50.
You bet Caballero to win? Put it
I
up,
ain't
nigga.
no 50 better. What are you talking about? I bet to win.
Go ahead.
All right.
Who's
You
next?
want to put it up? Put it up, nigga.
So I guess
Hold up,
ATL
hold
got
up, y'all.
ATL got Zhang then, I guess.
I'm going with Big Bang, nigga.
All right.
Hold on. ATL, break the fight down, nigga.
Hey, I'm going with Big
Break the
Bang,
fight
nigga.
down.
Big Bang, I'm gonna give him right 3 or 4 rounds. If he don't make it past 3 or 4 rounds, then I'm done. Just being straight up.
I'm going with AJ Caballero mañana. I'm
What
going with
round?
AJ Caballero.
Why is that?
Later or early?
I'm not gonna call it either way. I'm just gonna say Caballero is gonna do a lot of body work tomorrow on Zile Zhang. I think he's a lot lighter on his feet using the angles.
Yep.
He just got to worry about Zile Zhang coming forward. Other than that, everything else we've seen how to handle it. Zile Zhang took those losses. Caballero, I think the difference is going to be in the work from the bottom coming up. Body work to the top. Body work to the top.
So that's kind of like, and I'll just add on. So like, I kind of agree with Jose and what ATL said at the same time, because ATL said if he doesn't get him out of there the first 3 rounds, I got Zhang first 3 rounds. That's it. That's Zhang's only chance, in my opinion. I think Zhang has been coming in too big of late. His last few fights, I think he just weighed 287 this fight. I think he was like 289 the last fight. And he tires, and he was gassed out his last fight against.
And he's 40. And
he was gassed like in the 3rd or 4th round.
And the man 40 years old.
Yeah, and he's 47 years old. And I think again, Caballero is going to go to the body just like Jose was saying, and I think he's going to break him down. I think Caballero's going to stop Zhang. I definitely picking him to win, but I got Caballero late.
I can't see a stoppage, but hey, you heard my breakdown of it.
Yeah, I think he's gonna outbox. I think Zhang's gonna be strong in the first few rounds, and then Caballero's got to be wary of that. But I got Caballero stopping him, or if he doesn't stop him, I got him winning convincingly. Just the way like Parker won the last fight, except that I don't see him getting dropped. Parker got dropped twice in that fight.
Yeah, Caballero. I actually was going to say I think it's going to be very similar to the Parker fight, and Caballero actually his ethnicity. He was born in Germany, but ethnically he's Turkish.
No, I thought he's Iranian.
No, I think his parents are Turkish.
Oh, I thought he was like from Iran or something, like Kurdish or something like that.
Hey,
I was reading something about it. I think he's Iranian.
Hey, we can all agree that man is Persian, man. He Persian. That's it. He's Persian.
He's from Germany. He's from Germany.
He's from German, but I think he's Iran descent. But go ahead, Sak. Finish up your thing. I'm sorry.
I mean, you kind of stole my thunder. I think that Zhang has to. It's a 5-round fight. I think he's got to leave it all out early. The weight, the age, is going to be a factor. And Caballero, he's a little sharper, less miles. And I think that's eventually what's going to come down to. But he's got a chance to make a name for himself if he can stop.
Yeah, that's going to be tough. I think it's possible. I mean, he's 40 years old, like somebody just mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Late.
I wouldn't be shocked. A late stoppage, and he's right in the mix. He's a top 10 guy if he stops Zhang.
Let me just read this real quick. So his parents are Kurdish of origin, right? Which is like Iranic ethnic, but he's from Pazarak in the Turkish province. So yeah. So I guess he's a mutt.
Man is Persian, man.
He's a mutt.
Persian. Damn.
But his parents are Kurdish, which is Iranian descent, but he's a mutt. He's like me. I'm a mutt. I'm half German, half Puerto Rican. So go ahead, D-Free, you up.
I think the carriage turns into a pumpkin. I think it's about to turn 12 o'clock, and I think it's going to pumpkin. I don't think Caballero wins this fight. I think he gets stopped. I think he gets stopped in the late round, and I don't think he gets stopped because Zhang is just beating him up. I think he get caught with a big shot. When Zhang gets a little winded in the later rounds, he throws big shots, and I think he's going to get caught by one of the big shots, and he's going to get hurt badly, and Zhang's going to finish him off once he hurt him. So I got Zhang winning it by stoppage in the late rounds.
Okay.
I heard that here first.
Yeah. That can happen. He got freakish power. BVO, what do you got?
Sleep.
Say it one more
That's
time.
what he
So
got.
I was grabbing something. Say it
BVO
one more
got
time.
sandwiches. BVO got sandwiches. That's what he
Nah,
got.
nah,
Hold
nah.
on,
BVO,
Dub. Hold on, Dub. You ain't nothing but a Reese's Pieces away from being right with me. And you running your mouth, man. Brother built built like an oil can talking about somebody need to lose some weight. Don't come over here, man. Don't come over here, man.
BVO 367. That nigga 367 eating goddamn sandwiches right now, man. Late
Hey,
night.
hold on. Okay, so you 310 with Bad's feet, belly hanging like snot. What you talking about, man? Get out of here, dog. Get out of here, man. Whole body just hanging like a Christmas ornament.
That's my
Hell no.
Come
So
on, hey,
BVO,
what y'all Atlanta niggas say? Don't play with me, bro. Don't play with me, bro. Don't play with me, bro. I'll beat you, folk. I'll beat you, folk. Hey, now y'all niggas talk. I'll beat you, folk.
I beat you, shouter.
That man,
But I would say it's one of those fights where it's no flash to it. It's kind of you already know who's gonna win, man. You already know who's gonna win.
so who's gonna win? Who do you got winning then?
You ain't told us.
I got the big man.
They,
I got the big man. I got Zane.
he said nobody hanging like a Christmas ornament. He said that man body hanging like a Christmas ornament.
Hey, don't roast me, man. You know I don't play that roasted, man. I'm from Cleveland, man. We roast, man. Cause I'll beat you, bro. I'll beat you, bro.
I fucked my own mic up. I just fucked my own mic up, y'all.
Hey, Tommy, didn't I tell him to leave me alone? You know, BBO don't play that roasting. I'll roast.
All right.
I'll roast, man.
Yo, when he went in the bag. All right, man. We're gonna go.
Y'all out of order, man. Y'all out of order. Y'all out of order. Y'all out of order. We
Yo,
trying to
that's
host
the funniest. That's the funniest thing I've ever heard BBO say, though, man.
Y'all out of order.
Yo,
I got me sweating.
I think that's the funniest thing I've ever seen BBO say. I swear to God. Oh my God.
That man said, he said, you 310 with bad body hanging like a Christmas ornament.
Yo.
You know what's funny? I'll be ready to roast, man. You can't roast me, man. You can't roast me, man.
Yo, let's move to the next fight. I'm gonna move on to the next fight. We got 2 fights left.
Man, we hosting this show. We out of order.
We got 2 more fights left.
We got 2 more fights left, man. Y'all wilding, bro. Y'all wilding. Yo, all right. Let's go to what could be the most exciting fight of the night. At least that's what it's being portrayed as. Virgil Ortiz, 22-0, taking on Israel Madrimov, who's 10-1-1. Let me give you the odds real quick. Virgil Ortiz is the favorite in this fight. He's minus 125, and Israel Madrimov is playing even money. So as the underdog, he's playing even money. So 100 to win 100. For Virgil Ortiz, you got to put $125 to win 100. So this may be the fight of the night. Who you got and why? Who wants to lead off?
I'll lead off. I think this is going to be a tough fight for Virgil. The one thing I will say about the Dream, he's very tricky, like most European fighters. So it's not going to be an easy one. But I think if Virgil can do a good job of keeping his defense together, because Madrimov does a great job with body work. I think his body work is what really changed that Terrence Crawford fight, because he went to Terrence's body in a way we won't usually see in modern boxing. So I think Virgil had to do a good job of digging to the body and working that jab and not falling for that game, because Virgil seemed to fall into that trap of always wanting to bang. Sometimes you got to box. And I think in order to beat Madrimov, you got to do a little bit more boxing in this fight, because Madrimov, you don't want to get down and dirty with him. You seen Terrence Crawford could have lost that fight if he wouldn't have won the championship rounds, because he'll bring you into a fight you don't want to have. So I think keep the jab going, boxing, keep on the outside. Don't bang with him like you did with Boychek, because I thought Boychek beat Virgil. So I'm going with Virgil by I'll say split decision.
Okay. All right. That's not bad. Who's next? Who wants to go up next?
I'll take it. I've not been impressed with Virgil Ortiz. We talking about Frederick Lawson, Thomas Delerme, and Sergey Bohacek, who, again, I'll reiterate what the last guy said. Most people thought the fight could have gone the other way. I'm not impressed, and I think that on tomorrow night, Bohacek proves to me why I'm not impressed with Ortiz. So tomorrow, I like Majimov uh, to win the fight against Ortiz. Even with 10 fights, yeah. So not impressed with Ortiz. I like Majimov tomorrow. So let's see what happens.
Okay.
You got decision or stoppage?
Man, you know, Bohacek
Respect.
dropped him. If you twist my arm, I'm gonna say a decision. I'm a decision. I think Ortiz, even if he gets dropped, he's a tough customer.
Man, I agree with a lot of what both of y'all said. I think that the feigning, and I'm nervous for Virgil. I'm a Virgil fan. I'm a huge Virgil Ortiz fan. I like Virgil. I think the feints that Madrimov gonna give him, I wouldn't be surprised if I seen Virgil rush in and do some shit that I ain't. I say it respectfully. He might run into some shit that he didn't even see coming simply off of the damn feints he's gonna be reacting to, in my personal opinion. And I hope I'm wrong. I'm rooting for Virgil, but I think Madrimov stop him. I think Madrimov stop him in the 10th round, 9th, 10th, somewhere in there. I think it's gonna be somewhat of a boxing match early, but I think that Madrimov is the smarter fighter. That European style is just different. He could change the angles on Virgil, and I think it's going to be something different that Virgil hasn't seen. And them feints, I think the feigning is going to be what really gets Virgil. And I think Virgil gonna think something is coming, look to react, look to counter, look to throw, and then get caught with some shit, and he gonna be more hurt than he expect to be. I'm picking Madrimov to win the fight. I'm rooting for Virgil. I'm rooting for Virgil Ortiz, though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Sock, what do you think?
You know, when the fight was signed, I went with Virgil Ortiz, and I'm gonna stick with my guns. I do think Ortiz is a special fighter. Um, I think most people that are picking against Ortiz are based off his last fight, how much that last fight took out of him. I just think that he's more dynamic. I think Madrimov is the more experienced fighter. If you want, take amateur wise, those 10 pro fights, I don't think, is an indication. I see it as kind of even because of his extensive amateur background. Um, I think Madrimov is going to have to take chances. He's going to have to take more chances than he did against Crawford, and I think that's when he's going to get in trouble. I mean, Madrimov is a better athlete. I mean, you see videos; he's doing push-ups, polymetric stuff. But at the end of the day, I think Ortiz is just a better fighter. I think he's got the punching power, and I can see him stopping Madrimov. If Madrimov is more aggressive, I can see Ortiz stopping him between 8 and 10. And I think it's definitely it's going to be the best fight on the card, and I'm sticking with Ortiz by stoppage.
Okay.
I like that, and I agree with you, Saul. It's the best fight on the damn. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, I think this is the best fight on the card. ATL, what do you got? I just want to add something in there. Are you guys impressed or not impressed with the way Majimov's defense was in that fight against Bud? I thought his defense was pretty good. He blocked a lot of shots that Bud thrown. I thought he was more aggressive than Bud. Usually Bud's the aggressive. I was very impressed with his defense in that fight out of everything.
He was definitely the more aggressive, and he had defense that Bud wasn't used to. But Virgil Ortiz Jr., he's a different kind of guy. He got something to prove. He's a pressure fighter. He's always gonna come at you. And I think it's gonna get to the point that he breaks Madrigal down, because I think for Terrence Crawford stepping up at 154 and taking on him, that he tried to take it easy and not just all the way step out there. But one thing I know about Victor Ortiz Jr., he's never scared to step out there. He's who he is, and he's gonna keep that pressure. And I think that pressure is gonna break Medrimov.
I agree, and I hear what you guys are saying, but he also made Bud think a lot in that fight, and Bud's IQ is probably maybe top 5 best in boxing right now, if not the best. And he made Bud, do some different things and made him think. I mean, Virgil Ortiz, I don't know if his ring IQ is up to par or even close to what Bud has. And as a matter of fact, Virgil Ortiz is like I don't know who said it. I don't know if it was Jose or BVO. Virgil Ortiz tends to want to get into like a gunfight and not box at times. So if he gets drawn into a gunfight and want to try to go blow for blow with this guy, I don't see it being I don't see Virgil lasting 12 rounds with this guy. I see Virgil getting stopped and getting hurt badly, because he got hurt and dropped against Boacek, and I've seen Virgil get hurt before. He got hurt against Green Machine when he fought at 147. And mind you, Green Machine has hurt a lot of guys too, because he wobbled Bud also when they fought. But I don't know, man. I think Madrimov athleticism is better than Ortiz. I think he has better defense, and I think he actually cracks a little bit more than Virgil Ortiz as well. I got Madrimov. I think Madrimov is going to stop Virgil. D3 fell off. He was the one that was going to go next. I mean, anybody want to add to it, but
I ain't mad at that at all.
I mean, if Virgil wins this fight, I'll be very impressed. And then this is the Virgil Ortiz that we all thought, he was when he was coming up at 147 before the health issues, but we haven't seen that Virgil Ortiz. We've seen Virgil Ortiz want to, go in there and knock you out, which is fine, but he tends to, forget about his defense and try to get into these firefights, these gunfights, and and I don't think that's going to work well with this guy. I think he's smart. I think he has, I think he can box well, and I was very impressed with his defense, against Bud Crawford. That was the one thing I was really impressed with. So, yeah, that's where I stayed at, when it comes to this fight. D3, you're the only one that didn't go. I don't know what you got in this fight.
Yeah, I agree with somewhat Sock said. The part that I agree with is the fact that Virgil is a guy that's he's gonna come forward and he's gonna show us something that he's a tough individual. But the thing is, Magnumov, he's a body puncher, and what I didn't like from and nobody speak about it. What I didn't like from Virgil is not so much what we saw in in his last fight, is what I seen on the scale. What I took away from what he got on the scale, he looked a little drained to me. His face looked kind of something, and I think Magnumov is going to beat him to the body. I think it's going to be a body shot that's going to stop Virgil. I don't think it's going to be a headshot, because he got a okay chin.
I'll be back.
He's been dropped a couple of times, but he got an okay chin. I think it's going to be a body shot. I think Magnumov is going to catch him with a body shot, and he's gonna hurt Virgil bad. But I agree with what you said. He does have underrated defense, and he made Bud Crawford had to reset and rethink how he was going to come. Bud Crawford usually by the 5th or 6th round, he pretty much figured out his opponent and he knows what he got to do. He didn't have that in that fight against Magnumov. He literally was going into the last couple of the championship rounds trying to figure out what he had to do. It wasn't in the 11th round where he actually figured out how to beat Magnumov. He stepped on the gas and he beat Magnumov, because I had it a draw going into the 11th round. Bud Crawford won those last 2 rounds, which gave him that win. Because if he wouldn't have won those last 2 rounds, he might would have either lost fight would have came out as a draw. Because it was back and forth action the entire fight. Bud would win a round, Madimoff would win a round. Bud would win 2, Madimoff would win 2. They was going back and forth. But I think Madimoff, even though he only got 12 fights, I think the opponents that he's faced are better quality. I ain't gonna say better quality. The one opponent that he faced was better quality than all the opponents that Virgil has faced, because he faced against Bud. Nobody that Virgil faced is on the level of a Bud Crawford. And if he had Bud Crawford trying to figure out what he needed to do by the 10th and 11th round, Virgil ain't on the level of a Bud Crawford as far as IQ. He might be on a level as activity, but IQ he ain't level yet. I think Magnum stops him to the body.
Okay. So we're pretty much split even. We got like 3 and 3. Jose got Madrimov. I have Madrimov. ATL, who did you have again?
I got Victor Ortiz.
Victor, so it's 4-3, I think, and then Dub had Madrimov. So pretty interesting, because I've been hearing a lot of Madrimov, but over here we got 4-3 in favor of Virgil Ortiz. So interesting. Okay. That's what's up, because I was kind of getting worried with all the Madrimov picks that I was like, I don't like this. When you go one way and everybody's going one way, picking one side, usually the other guy wins. So, or the other team wins in sports. So let's go to the main event. Jose had to drop off. He had to go. It's getting pretty late here in the East Coast. It's like 1:10 almost. So let's go to the main event, which is undisputed rematch. You guys already know I don't have to read the records or anything, but I will read the odds in this fight. Artur Beterbiev. The last fight, I believe it was much closer in the odds. Here it's slightly changed a little bit. Artur Beterbiev is still the favorite at -130, and Dimitri Bivol, the underdog, at +105. Who do you like and why?
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
I am going with Artur Beterbiev. I think the fact that the fight is so close to the first fight is interesting. Because Beterbiev is a guy that fights like once a year. But I think Bivol is not recuperated enough from the last fight. When you saw the face-off and the promotional stuff, you saw that Bivol's eyes were still a little, damaged from the first fight, and like when we had Scully on before, I asked him how much better can Bivol be, and I don't think Bivol could be much better. I think if anything, if he's the aggressor, he's gonna go out face first. Because Beterbiev is that type of puncher. He's the type of guy that you don't look at his driver's license. He's 40, but he's clean 40. He doesn't drink. He's training all year round, and I see an easy win for Beterbiev. I think Bivol is a great champion, but I just think that Beterbiev is special.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna go next. I agree with everything. I'm gonna take it a little different though, and dig a little bit deeper. I got Arthur by stoppage. What we saw in the last fight was an Arthur that was coming off an injury, who was still kind of little ginger on his knee. He didn't want to so much. He didn't want to push it to the limit. Now that he got through that fight and he realized, okay, his knee is healthy, we heard from his coach. Hey, he looks rejuvenated. He looks stronger. He looks faster. I think, and then we go back and listen to what he said. He got to be a little more offensive. He was too defensive in the fight, and there was openings that he didn't go after because he was afraid of getting hit or whatever have you. You open yourself up by being more offensive. Arthur is the wrong person open up with. You don't want to open up with a guy that can literally put you in the next week. So I'm gonna go with Arthur by stoppage because I think Bivol is going to try to do something that's going to cause him to lose the fight because I think him moving like in that last fight is probably the best defense that he can have. So if he's trying to stand there and box more, is leaving him up for a knockout.
Okay, well, I guess I'll go next. I think the first fight was a close fight. You know what I'm saying? It could have went either way. But one thing I know about Bivol, he don't like to lose. And he ain't like to lose that first fight. I think he gonna come back with a different game plan. And I think he gonna do whatever he got to do to win the decision. I don't think it's gonna be no knockout or nothing, but I think he's gonna win by decision.
And see, and it's that reason that you just gave is why I think Beterbiev is going to win and
Yeah, I
stop
think better.
Bivol because I just think that Bivol's going to try to do more, like you said. And Bivol's a good boxer, and he boxed well in that fight. But I think he got a little bit damaged in that fight in the second half of the fight. You could tell in his face, So, and I think with Bivol opening up and wanting to do more, it's going to leave him more open to take more shots, So maybe Bivol could get more aggressive in the first half of the fight. Like he started off really good in the first half of the last fight, and maybe sit on his punches a little more. He caught Beterbiev's attention a few times in that first half of the fight. So maybe he could put something on it. And we've seen Beterbiev get rocked before and been in trouble before. He was in trouble against Yard, but Bivol doesn't really have that pop. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think with him opening up more and trying to do more, I could see Beterbiev breaking him down even more than the first fight because I believe he did break him down in like the last few rounds. I thought he hurt Bivol, and I thought he put some serious damage to his face. And even when we had Scully on, Scully said the same thing when we talked to Scully. So I like Beterbiev to stop him. I'm gonna pick Beterbiev 9th round stoppage. BVO?
Oh, I would agree, man. I think when you're talking about Arthur Beterbiev, man, coming off being a lot more healthy, and just think what he did coming off a knee injury, man. Bibble's face looked like hamburger meat. So I mean, I just don't see any way Bibble can win because if you open up, you'll get beat to death. And I just see my man Arthur Beterbiev beating the vodka out of him, man. It's gonna be a nightmare for Bibble tomorrow.
What do you guys think of David Benavidez being at this fight and going to probably be there front row for this fight? Because he's going to want to fight the winner.
He'll get
That's
knocked
a
out
good
in 6
move.
months. I said he'll get knocked out in 6 months.
He
In
said
6
knocked out in 6 months. Hey, I think, I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, it's a good move because I heard something about they planning on making David the mandatory to the winner or whatever. It's a good move for David. He's getting what Canelo would never give him, a chance to become the undisputed champion. But I think if anybody can beat Arthur, David, but I don't think David can. I don't think he can. I think he probably will be the only one that can beat him, but I don't think he's the one right now. Maybe a little ways down the line he might be able to beat him, but not right now.
I mean, Beterbiev is showing his age little by little each fight too. He's what? He's 40 years old or 39. What is he? Beterbiev? I want to say he's like
38.
40.
No,
Oh,
he's
38.
40.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like 38, 39.
They got him
Okay.
as 40 on the broadcast.
Yeah, so I thought
You're
he was
looking
40.
at 40. He just turned 40 January 21st.
Yeah, so like last month he turned 40.
Okay.
So so I think he's getting old, a little older in each fight. So like, this favors Benavidez, right? Benavidez, because if he does get the winner, right, they both going to be battling and beating each other up. Benavidez is resting, waiting. They're getting older. Do you think Benavidez has a shot against Bivol if Bivol was to win?
Yes.
I think Benavidez stopped Bivol.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay. Sock?
Yes, I agree. I think Bivol is a much better style than Benavidez because whatever Benavidez does, I think Benavidez could do better. Um, like I said, don't look at the age of Benavidez, because Benavidez lives a clean lifestyle. He's a Spartan, you know. Now, one thing is having surgery and you're good, but how long is that going to last? That's another thing. But if all things are even, I think Beterbiev he's just the best. I think he's the best light heavyweight we've seen in a long time. And Benavidez, he leaves himself open for Beterbiev to do damage.
Yeah.
I mean, we're still. I mean, I don't want to disrespect Revolt because anything can happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
All these conversations could be, we could be talking about a third fight, a trilogy,
That's
next
true
week.
too. Yeah.
So
I mean,
let's not
I,
lose focus on that.
I think Benavidez, if he was to get the opportunity against Arthur Beterbiev, I think he'll put up a good fight, and I think he'll have great moments in the fight. But I think he gets stopped. I think he gets
Yeah,
stopped unless the fight is like next year or something, is another year. I think he gets stopped, but he'll have great moments, especially early in the fight. I think, but I think once he feels the power, and I think Benavidez doesn't get as much credit as he should as his boxing. I think Benavidez is a decent boxer as well, but I just think he gets stopped badly. Dub, you came just in time. So we had two questions. We're gonna give us who you think is gonna win and why. Beterbiev and Bivol, and then what are your thoughts on Benavidez facing the winner?
So man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought, and I know y'all probably crucify me for this opinion, but I thought Bivol won the first fight. Um, I think the problem is in this fight, I'm rooting for Bivol. I think Beterbiev wins the fight. I think that in this fight, Bivol got to be so aggressive that he's gonna have to open up and get caught with some shit. And I ain't gonna lie to you. I hate to say it, and I hope I'm wrong. I promise y'all, I hope I'm wrong. But I think he because he got to be so aggressive. I think he's gonna get caught with something that he's not gonna be able to recover from. He might get stopped in the damn fight, and I hope he don't. I hope he don't because I'm a fan of him. I'm a fan of both of these fighters, but I thought he won the first fight. When it come down to David Benavidez, I don't like David. Respectfully, I don't like David Benavidez to beat neither one of these guys.
Mm.
I think both. I think both of these guys put hands on David Benavidez. So, and I just think because they're more polished at the weight. I watched David Benavidez move up. I know it was his acclimate fight moving up. You understand what I'm saying? And he put on a hell of a show against David Morrell. So I give him much credit for that. And I picked David Morrell. So y'all know, hey, my opinion may be all the way out of order. But at the end of the day, I think when it comes to these two fighters, I think they the class of the division. Man, real quick, and I know this is kind of off topic, but I want to see David Morrell. I'm not, excuse me, not David Benavidez. I want to see him fight somebody like Anthony Yard. That's a fight I want to see. You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna fight at the division, I want to see David Morrell. David Benavidez and Anthony Yard. So, but I don't know. It is what it is. So
That's a good fight. I think that's a good matchup. I think he beats Yard, but I think
he
I think
stops
that's good
y'all.
work. I think he might stop Yard, but I think that's good work for Benavidez.
I
No,
think Anthony
it's
Yard
good
is
work.
underrated. I think Anthony Yard is underrated.
Yeah, he's definitely overrated. He's definitely overrated.
No, he
It's
I said
said he
good
said
under.
work.
under,
I said
he said
under.
No,
underrated.
no,
Under.
I know what he said, and I said he's definitely overrated. I know what he said.
Shout out to my brother. That's why
I
that's
know exactly what he said. But he's definitely overrated. I think it's good work, but I think it's wasted work. Why go fight Anthony Yard when you can go right at the champion right now? Because you ain't got because uh Arthur is the prize. He's the prize. We don't know how much longer you got left for Arthur to be in the sport of boxing. If he happens to say, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and retire next year. Say David Benavidez take an Anthony Yarde fight and Arthur sits out another year, or he decides to move up to another weight class. Now all those belts get dispersed, and you got to start all the way back over again. He's the prize.
that's
It's
true.
right there. All the belts right there.
It's true. I mean, I would think. I mean, the reason why he's there, and this, Turkey, brought him over there is to try to set up that fight next. I mean, it's going to make a lot of money, and Beterbiev, he's not the guy that he has these unique training methods and habits, but he's not the most healthiest guy. He's been hurt a few times, and the age. So I'm assuming they're going to try to make that fight sooner than later. But first things first. You got to win tomorrow, right? You got to beat Bivol tomorrow, and because I believe if Bivol does get the win, depending on how he wins, right? If it's another close fight and they give Bivol the decision, there'll be a trilogy. I mean, that makes sense. If Bivol is to somehow win convincingly or stop Beterbiev for whatever reason, then there's no reason for a third fight.
I got a question to the whole panel. How many of y'all are watching the entire card tomorrow?
I am.
It starts in about 10 hours.
And this ATL, I watch all that shit.
I don't really care about the
How many of you are paying for it?
I am.
$25.
$25, nigga. Come on, man. $25. Come on, bro.
I'm paying for it.
I already bought my. Who said fuck it?
Stock.
I mean, I did just get a new Fire Stick. I want to try it out, see if it works.
Damn.
I caught some new binoculars.
I'm gonna pay
$25, bro.
I'm gonna pay.
I got some new binoculars. I'm about to look
Damn.
into the
Y'all niggas savage.
How many fights are there? There's 1, 2,
Straight
3,
up.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, 10 fights. And they're gonna have like all these. I don't know what they're gonna do in between these fights as well. So, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna try to watch as much as possible, but I only care about.
Ernest gonna say don't answer the question. That's a federal agent type question.
Oh man. But yeah, it starts like at 11 o'clock or something like that. East Coast time. I don't know where everybody's at. Everybody here, I think, is on the East Coast.
That's what I said. It starts in about 10 hours.
Yeah, it would really be great. It would be great if this is like a yearly thing. Like almost like a WrestleMania for boxing. That for at least as long as it lasts, right? Because I mean, how long is Turkey going to be in the game?
Yeah.
So it's a great night.
I mean, he says he wants to make the biggest and best fights. He wants to make the fights that the fans want to see. And I mean, I could see him making another good card in another few months or so. So, I mean, this fight was supposed to. I mean, this card was supposed to be good. I mean, Dubois and Parker was going to be a great fight. I was really looking forward to seeing that, and I was really looking forward to see Floyd Schofield, fight Shakur. I still would have picked Shakur to win, but I was interested to see how Floyd, would have did under the big lights and his first opportunity at a world title. But I guess we got to wait. But the card is still pretty stacked and still pretty solid. The matchups is pretty good.
Now, I was just asking because that joint come on at 11, and it's probably not going to go off until like around 7 or 8. That's all.
No, it ain't going to be that late. It'll be like 6, like around 6 o'clock it'll end. Like the last time, I think it ended like 6:30.
That's if we get a lot of knockouts. But if all those fights go to distance, that joint gonna be going on. Nah, the last fight came on. The last fight came on at like 11 o'clock. It didn't go off until like 2 in the morning.
Yeah, but even if they go all knockout, they always kill time. They always tell the fighters that you're gonna start approximately this time. They don't really,
we was live for that. That joint didn't go off till like 2 in the morning, 2:30 in the morning. We was live.
Well, that was the Bud Crawford one, right? The one that was in Vegas.
Yeah, we was on all day. That
Yeah,
joint with
that was good.
Eminem and all them. I was like, man, that's like when you get high and you don't want to be high no more, man. I don't be high no more. I was like, man, I don't even want to watch boxing no more. This joint too damn long.
Wow. Guys, I think that's I'm gonna call it a night. Damn, Dub just went off. I appreciate everybody that came through. I mean, this was good. You guys are funny too with the jokes. BVO, the funniest joke ever. We got to clip that and put that out as a short. BVO, you heard?
Pretty
That was
sick.
the funniest thing BVO ever said.
Yeah, that joint was funny. That man said, "What you like? You like 310 pounds with bad feet, nigga? Your body like a Christmas ornament."
Yo, BVO, man. Yo, that was excellent. BVO been on it, man. He must have been holding that. He must have been holding that in the back pocket for like months.
And they
I know.
say
I
your
thought
body
about it
hanging
just
like a
then.
Christmas ornament.
One hitter quitter. Yo, one hitter quitter. First round knockout. That's crazy. Man. You made Dub stutter, man. Dub got off the panel and everything, man.
Salute, man, to my
boy.
man Tommy. Salute to my man Socrates. Good seeing you, man.
Great to see you too, sir.
BVO, you coming next
Alright.
week? You coming next week?
Say it again.
You gonna be here next week?
Yeah, I'm gonna be there, man.
Tank Davis. I don't know if I'm going to the fight yet. So
I think the guy's name is Lamont Roach.
yeah, he's fighting Lamont Roach. The undercard is okay. I mean, but I don't know if I'm going to the fight yet. I still don't know.
I didn't know that J Rock and daggone Jared Hurd was going to be on the daggone card. I was like, what? They bringing up
Did
some
they just
old
announce
dudes.
that?
They on the
They
card.
announced that?
Yeah, they on the card. I think they on the prelims though. I don't think well, I think J Rock is on the main card, but I think Jared Hurd is on the prelims.
Yeah.
Okay. I know that this Puerto Rican prospect is supposed to be on the card, but they didn't list him. I'm gonna check it now. Gio Lopez. He's supposed to be on the undercard. A matter of fact, hold on, because I got the email.
He is on there. He is on there.
Oh yeah, they put it. He's fighting Grimaldi Machuca. So okay, so he is on. It's okay. He's 17-0. He's a undefeated prospect. He trains with Eddie Reynoso. So Puerto Rican fighter trains with Reynoso. He's a prospect, 17-0, 12 KO. So all right, because I didn't see him on the card. Now he's on the card, but I heard that for a while that he was on it. So it'd be good to see him. I mean, he lives out. I think he lives in Orlando.
It is interesting that the three best lightweights are fighting back to back to back.
Yeah.
I mean, or at least the consensus.
Yeah.
Sean last week, got Shakur this week, got Tank next week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on. Let me just see something because I think I got something where it tells me the workouts. The workouts are going to be in Gleason on Tuesday. Hold on. Let me look at the email. Hold on 1 second.
Tank been working out all week right down the street from me.
Yeah, so media arrival. These are the fighters that are on the card. Sandor Martin is coming in first. Then Gary Antoine Russell, Lamar Roach, Julian Williams. So Julian Williams, wow, I didn't see this before. Who's he fighting? Alberto Puello, Giannis Telis. I like Giannis. He's good. Rayo Valenzuela, and Javante Davis. So that's the arrivals. They don't list the card here. So
I can tell you the card. I got it.
Valenzuela.
I see it. Yeah. So Telis is fighting J Rock. Telis is gonna knock J Rock out. He's fighting J Rock. But Jared Hurd is on the card too?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you 1 second. Hold on.
I see it right here. It's at the bottom. The streaming presentation will feature former unified 154-pounder world champion Swift Jared Hurd taking on hard-hitting Johan Gonzalez.
Yep.
Wow. And then Gio Lopez.
Jared Hurd is on. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Jared Hurd is on the prelims, but J Rock is on the main card.
Yeah, and then the Puerto Rican is on the prelim too.
Yeah, it's only 2 fights on the prelims, and then it's the main card.
Okay,
I
yeah.
think it's a total.
Yeah.
I think it's a total of like 6 fights.
I think no 8 fights. Hold on, I just seen it here. So 2 on the prelim, but 6 on the main card. So the Puerto Rican Gio Lopez is gonna fight on the streaming portion, and then the main card is Rayo against Gary, right? Russell, Puello against Martin, Giannis Tillis against J Rock, and then okay, so it's only 5 fights. Wow, it's only 5 fights in the main card, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I said it was like 6 or 7 total.
Yeah, so 1, 2, so 7 fights altogether. I mean, that's not bad. 7 fights. For the ticket prices, though, no shot. The ticket prices say, but if you want to go to the fight, wait till Friday or Saturday morning, and I promise you the tickets will go down. They'll probably give them tickets away. Oh, wait, there's a lot of tickets left for this fight. That's why I'm still thinking about it. But the tickets went way down. I mean, not way down. They dropped a little bit, and they're gonna go way down next week because they haven't sold out. They're gonna give tickets away. They're known for doing
sold out.
No, it's a lot of tickets left, bro. So this whole thing that Tank sells out everywhere he goes, no shot.
I think they had pretty much the whole arena. So if they got what, I don't know how many seats sits in the Barcade. I think it's somewhere around 20,000, 30.
It's a little bit less than 20,000. I think it's like 18 and change. I could double check that. So, I think it's less than 20,000.
So I know at one point he was up to like 15,000 tickets sold. He might be somewhere around 16,000, maybe 17. It might be like 1,000 tickets still left.
I'll tell you right now what the capacity is. It's 19,000 they listed as.
Yeah, so he might have somewhere around 2,000 tickets left because I think this was like maybe a month or 2 out. He was at 15,000 tickets sold. They had already came out and said they sold 15,000 tickets. So it's probably like about 2,000 tickets left.
Yeah, but a lot of those tickets, I don't know. I got to look into that because you might not see a lot of tickets on Ticketmaster, but a lot of those tickets that were bought is probably going to see on other like StubHub and what is it, Vivid Seats or something like that. What's the other one?
Secondhand.
I go to Geek Seats. I go to
Geek Seats is another one. Yeah. So like, what was it? What's what you use, Sock? What's the
secondhand?
Secondhand. So you might see a lot of those tickets on like secondhand ticket companies because they bought all those tickets in advance. Now they're trying to sell them. But what's going to happen is that they're going to drop. They're going to drop in price. So you're going to see a lot of tickets be sold like for almost half price the day of the fight. I promise you. So I'll tell you the Ryan Garcia Devin Haney fight, the tickets dropped a lot from the time they went on sale to the week of the event. I was mad because I messed up, but I didn't do that this time, so I didn't buy my ticket yet.
You're gonna be mad because you're gonna go there. They're gonna be like, man, it's still $3,000 for that daggone nosebleed. You're gonna be like, what?
I doubt that. I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that.
I was looking at the Jerron Buzinis fight, and they got some good ticket prices for his fight.
Oh, the ticket prices is really good for the Atlantic City. Yeah, I saw it.
I was looking at that joint today. I saw tickets for like $85, $68. Yeah. I was like, damn, they got some good ticket prices.
Yo, I'm still thinking about going to that. I want to make a weekend out of that. I'll make my decision like next month. But April 12th, Sock, Atlantic City.
Oh, that's your boy.
Sock is tired. When is Ofacio? You don't got the date for Ofacio's fight?
It's actually the day before.
Oh, April 11th? That's a Friday? Okay. Yeah, so
Melrose.
The Melrose in Queens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, so April 12th too. The Boots fight. I think the ticket prices is really good for Boardwalk Hall. That's where it's at.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, because the best seats, I was looking at those.
They had front row seats right there
Well,
on the floor.
that's
Front
a
row
great
ticket
venue.
for front row
Boardwalk.
ticket for like
I've been there. I've been lucky enough. I've been there a few times. It's a great venue. It's a lot of history. That's if anybody watches Boardwalk Empire, that's where this guy made that.
Yeah,
Fuck, what's the mobster's name from back in the day? Anyway, Arturo
Nucky.
Gatti. Huh?
Yeah, was it Nucky or Nucky?
Yes, Nookie
Nucky
Thompson.
Nucky Thompson.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's his baby. But Arturo Gatti fought there a bunch of times.
said ICE agents would be parked with the paddy wagons at the events.
As they should.
D-Free, you were saying that the ticket, the front row, what are they, like 500?
no, 400, 441 I saw.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah. I mean,
I
when I say front row, I mean literally front row.
Yeah. I think I saw
one.
those too. Like I was very shocked to see the prices for them because now mind you, that's a big fight. I think that's a good fight for Boots, but we still don't know what the undercard is. So let's hopefully the undercard matches what the main event is. So, but yeah, I would like to go to that.
That's what I didn't see. I didn't see nobody on it yet.
Yeah, they didn't announce anything yet. So I get the emails from Matchroom. I gotta check it. But they definitely let people know when the tickets went on sale. So, yeah, I'm interested in that, and I hopefully that one does well, and they should does well because Atlantic City is not far from Philadelphia, so so he should get a good turnout.
Yeah, that's on it. What, a 45-minute drive right down.
I think something like that.
I know when I lived in Philly, me and my we used to go to Atlantic City like every other day. We would literally go to the casino like every other day. It was like a 45-minute drive straight down.
How far? Oh, you're only 45 minutes away
from when I was staying in Philly.
Oh, when you was okay. So from where you at now in DC, how far is it?
It's probably 2.5 hours.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
so who do you got in the Boots fight? You picking Stanionis? Is that who you picking?
Nah, it's hard for me. It's hard for me to pick Stanionis.
You picking Stanionis?
It's hard. No, I said it's hard for me to pick Stanionis over Boots because he's a come forward fighter. He's somewhat tailor-made for Boots. Boots don't like nobody to move around. He likes somebody that's just going to be right there. And Stanionis can make it tough but I think Kern was just a tough individual. Stanionis not like Kern. He's more like Virgil. He's gonna come right forward, right straight ahead. I would have loved to see that fight, Virgil and Stanionis. Fight never happened.
No. Well, guys, that's it. I mean, I'm tired, but let me.
Yeah, I'm about to get out of here. Get ready for these fights in about another 9 hours.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
Great show. Enjoy the fights.
All right, Sak, you got your show tomorrow with Pedro?
I'll have my segment. Yes.
Nice. Okay. So y'all probably be on during maybe one of the nice undercards. Probably about that time.
Yeah.
You might get like Callum Smith and Buatsi at that time, maybe.
Probably.
I appreciate everybody came through. Ernest says Stanionis is different. I've been calling for that fight for 3 years. Ooh. Thank you for coming through, Papi Yunyeyo. I appreciate you coming through. I appreciate everybody that came through as well. We'll catch you guys most likely next Friday, unless I have somebody else coming in for an interview like we did this week. This week we had a couple interviews. So catch us live next week. If anything, stay tuned for more content. Make sure you follow my man D-Free and follow my guy Papi Yunyeyo. He's got a channel as well. He's always on there with Skywalker on Sundays. They put on a great show always. on Sunday about 9 o'clock East Coast time. So check them out.
All
All
right.
right, guys. I'm out. I'll see you guys. I'll talk to you guys and see what's up for next week.
Okay.
All right. Later.
Later.